So, last time on Raiders of Novus, the descent into the pit began with a free fall down a massive hole in the ground in the northern section of Tel Noro. The group collectively having decided to get into either the back of holding or into the hole, and sending Razir down as the sole recipient of the cold fog as he fell almost to his death. Quick point of retconification. Eric and I discussed a couple of things over this last weekend, and I realized an error or two on my part, and the long and short of it is that he did not use either of his death ward / coming up to 1 from 0 things. So neither of those were used. He did suffer an incredible amount of damage, and the healing from Clovis would still have been necessary. So that still would have been expended. But that just quick little side note on that. Upon getting to the bottom, Darrow was forced to get out of the bag of holding so that Razir wouldn't die or be dropped fully to 0 HP. Got out, fumbled his way around the layer of ragged cloths and bones on the floor of the bottom of this massive cavern, and felt his way to an opening in the wall where there was a thin crevice that everyone eventually, one by one, climbed down. Another point of retconification, not that it makes too much of a difference, is that it did not take an hour and a half to descend the 100 feet down inside of this miniature crevice. At most, it should have taken like maybe 30 minutes. So there were some rolls and things that took place in that, and I'm going to do a better job going forward of making sure that those things make a little bit more sense going forward. So once you reached the bottom of this tiny little hole, there was a chamber that dropped down 100 feet to a approximately 100 by 100 room with several little holes in the sides of the walls where creatures came pouring out and up the dangling rope, which was then severed. Xander created a bridge, a wall of force suspended above this room where you valiantly and quickly dispatched of these skittering creatures that look similar, if not exactly the same, to the one that was in Xander's vision the previous evening. When 4 of them were together and successfully landed an attack on Xander, they combined into a larger creature, something horrifying and hulking that was standing on the bridge, and it too was dispatched by Razir with his flourishing gun maneuvers. I forget exactly how that all went down, but there was a lot of popping off of that rifle. And as it fell to its death and laid there on the ground, that is where we pick back up tonight's session. Everyone still, I don't know if Razir was hovering or not, but everybody's on the bridge above this room. It's pitch black. There are no more sounds of clicking or scraping, screeching. It is completely silent in this cold, large room. The only opening on the northern edge, I'm assuming you guys are all still on that map.
Yep.
So on that northern section, there is a completely lightless black tunnel that's about maybe 10 to 15 feet wide and about 20 feet tall. That's just a tunnel that travels off in a straight line. So as you gather yourselves after this battle has completed, what would you like to do?
Anybody see any more?
I think we're clear.
Good.
Xander, how much time you got left on that wall?
What fight took 1 minute?
9.5 minutes.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, I got like 9.5 minutes left, about.
Okay. Here, I can help everybody get back down to the ground if we want to do so.
No, I was just planning on staying here.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll
Drop me
float
down
up.
first.
Yeah, I'll float up, basically grab a hand, and with levitate, slow fall descend. One by one, everybody down who wants to
Just
hop down. Yeah, the Razier elevator is
Mhm.
in session.
It's a little. You're not using levitate on them. You're literally holding them.
I can only use it
holding
on
Garen?
myself, so
It's
you
like-
can grab me and I'll just float down.
Okay.
If
So
need be.
like,
Yeah,
for
it's
in
like-
the
it's like
Garen
Superman.
instance, in the Garen instance, it's just a little bit of weight on Razier. It's a little bit bigger than Razier is.
What's the max?
Yeah, I'm
weight for
hanging off of
levitate?
him, and he's going down.
Yeah.
No, I know, but it's still
Just
like weight on him as he's
Yeah.
starting to go down towards
Grab me
the
by
ground.
the ankles and just hang from below.
Oh.
Something.
He's actually trying to go up, but they're dragging him down. He's so heavy.
Yeah.
You do.
Will you carry me like a princess?
No.
Fine.
One by one, you all reach the floor. It is covered with debris, the remnants of bones, humanoid and otherwise, some of which look recently bloodied, which is curious in and of itself. But it seems as though the piles of things have been, or I should say, the things have been piled seemingly purposefully, the largest of which the pile resides directly beneath where this hole comes out, almost as though it's a means of enticing in whatever strange way these creatures think. And then atop the nearest pile, the thing that Razier had seen when you, and also Xander, when you'd come out of that hole, is a chalice that sits on top of the largest pile, gleaming, if there was light here, to be causing it to gleam.
I was
Looks-
gonna say I take out my pendant, the light on it now.
Okay. What's the radius?
It's 20 feet bright, sweaty, dim light.
Okay. And this is specifically, hold on.
Continual flame. Because it
So
says
this,
it.
this is something
acts
that's
like
not going to go out anytime soon, right?
Oh no, it's forever until we turn it off.
Okay. That way I'm not going to have to worry about constantly going into your tokens and adjusting. So I just added light to you, so you should now have some color.
We can do that as well, I believe.
Oh yeah,
on
we
our
just have the
tokens.
torch. Yeah, just the torch toggle.
It. Oh. So you guys
Oh,
can all
start-
toggle.
Because it
torch
lights
on
up the
your-
same as a torch. So.
Gotcha. Then I'm going to remove what I just did on your token.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Oh, I gave you 40 by accident. 40 dim.
I create produce flame, which is a 10 foot bright, 10 foot dim.
Yeah, but you have his light on
We
your
all
Yeah,
side.
you
have
also
the-
have.
we
You
all have
all
one
have
item.
one of those.
Yeah, but that's really bright, and I got scolded earlier for maybe wanting to take it out and not covering it or whatever, so...
No, I mean like when we don't necessarily needing for you to be sneaky, which I know you love. Because it
Well, I
doesn't
can
go
put the-
out.
Yeah, I'll put the fire out if I need. You know, Clovis, does this place is like your natural habitat, isn't it? Like with all this stuff on the ground? Like
How?
didn't you come from some sort of, weren't you poor for a while? Isn't this how poor people live?
I wouldn't necessarily say I was poor. I was part of an organization, but we weren't poor.
My facts are mixed up. I'm sorry then. That's my fault.
No, the mess up part was when I was captured by the chainless.
Oh, yeah. Does it look like this?
A lot less like stabbing to the experiments and screaming. Surprisingly, about the same amount of stuff on the ground.
What do you think the acoustics are like in here? Hello!
Hello, 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 hello. There's absolutely an echo, and it seems to have been funneled into the tunnel ahead of you.
Think we've
After
gotta
he
get-
does
The
it, I
funnel
am
tunnel.
It's not very
silent,
sneaky, Black Star.
listening for anything other than his echo making noise in any of these tunnels.
Okay, make a perception check. I didn't hear what you said, Jay, because I was listening to what Eric was saying. Sorry.
I was just criticizing Black Star for not being sneaky.
Gotcha.
25.
Total 25.
I can be sneaky when something
Just don't
comes.
want it.
At that point, it's too late.
For you.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
On your 25 perception, you're confident that there isn't anything to be heard, but you have a new feeling, something that you can't see. You feel like you're being watched.
So nothing different for Razier.
It's yeah, it's business as normal.
This this chalice, as Clovis is the first one to produce light or pull out his light, and it shines on this chalice, this large goblet, which we're gonna refer to as the chalice, is gold, and it has some gems that are set into it, but it has the texture of obsidian. And it looks like around the outside rim of the cup, there are like spikes, as though you wouldn't really be able to drink out of this thing without either hurting yourself, or it would be dribbling all over yourself if you were drinking out of it and being careful about it. It looks dark.
It's just sitting there.
It is just sitting there, looking pristine, like it's being offered up on a silver platter.
I will pick it up.
Okay.
That's that chalice, right? The one that Count Majestic tossed back down here.
Yeah, this is the one that
No.
looks like we could probably sell it for some. This is a relic. Zanladir, is this interesting to you at all?
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Don't I have advantage on that?
Zanladir's the one that said that, by the way.
You do, yeah.
Zanladir's making you make a wisdom save.
Woof. Wow. Holy.
Well, this is looking like a great session.
Okay.
It was a 3 and a 4.
I see.
And the DC was 2, right?
I like where your head's at, Chris. Smart.
Yeah. It's got to be optimistic.
Oh man.
Okay. Yeah. So, Blackstar, you pick it up and you have the thought in your mind that you're saying that looks like it's valuable, and that you turn and regard Zanladir, and everyone else doesn't hear him say anything. As soon as he picks it up and stands there for a moment looking at it, his eyes turn completely black, solid black. And Blackstar, you stand in endless void, in about an inch thick of water, and you're holding the chalice in your hand. And there are 2 eyes in the darkness that are massive, but distance is impossible for you to gauge. And the eyes are just kind of a solid white, slightly lightish blue tendrils around the edges of them, pupilless, somewhat slanted, staring at you.
I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
Do we see that, like what's happening on our
Blackstar
perspective?
is motionless, standing there in the moment, holding onto this chalice. But what's happening to him is happening in the blink of an eye. So we'll come back to you guys on the outside. As
For us, his eyes just went black for a bit, and
it's gonna be like maybe a round. We'll see how long he stays in here for.
Gotcha.
watching the Kardashians, I bet.
As you say, I don't think I belong in here. Then why did you come?
Oh, well, I mean, like here, like in the water with you. I'm sure the pit holds something important.
You are familiar.
Do I feel like he's familiar?
Make an insight check.
Oh, we're winning tonight, baby.
Oh, man. Oh.
I'll say.
Keep all that juju with you.
Yeah, well, all I'll say on a natural one is there's something familial about this individual.
Dad?
Familiar.
Dad.
Oh, you know what? You've probably seen me perform somewhere. I get this a lot. Is there a door? Is there an exit? I should go. I have friends waiting. I don't know where they are right now.
No. I think you should stay a while and listen.
I've heard that somewhere.
Or
And then I'm going to try to drop the chalice.
Drop the chalice. It falls, splashes, little bits of water scatter outwards. Completely blackened surface that you stand on.
Oh, gosh. I was really hoping that work.
I haven't had a conversation in, a day or two.
That doesn't seem that long.
But I so cherish your roots, who you are and where you come from, and those who taught you.
Taught me what?
A name comes to mind, someone with a title, someone who shared your interests, someone who you robbed me of, not but a day ago.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. He wasn't yours. I liberated him.
Those who reference liberation don't know the truth in the darkness. Once you learn the truth in the void, I promise you'll want to stay forever.
Okay. I hear you. I really do need to get going. I feel uncomfortable, and I need an adult.
I am an adult.
Mac.
I mean, you don't hear Grigmac. I was just, I was memeing. I was memeing. Sorry, I couldn't. You said
Oh,
the
it's
words.
you playing
I
a
couldn't
prank
help
on me?
myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you go for now. Tell your daddy I've missed our conversations. I hope he's not still afraid. The water on the floor before you have a chance to respond. Or would you like to respond?
As some whatever's happening, we'll show you what it means to be afraid.
And then the water comes up past you, and you begin to drown.
Oh no, that's not good at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just as like moments pass, many moments pass to the point where are you able to hold your breath indefinitely? How many minutes can you hold your breath for?
I can hold my breath for 1 minute.
Constitution bonus.
It's modifier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Plus, it's a minimum of one.
I think it's 1 plus your modifier.
Yeah, I believe so.
2
So 2
minutes.
minutes. Yep. So at 1 minute and 59 seconds, as you feel the need to draw breath, as you do, immediately your eyes snap open. Everyone else, it's been 12 seconds. So you've had one round to go up and poke and prod him and try to slap him and move him around and whatever, blah, blah, blah. We'll skip all that stuff. You guys did that on the outskirts. He comes to it and you go to take a gasping breath and you are standing atop and drop the chalice instinctively. And it just tumbles down the pile, resting at the feet of Xander.
You okay, Black Star?
What was I doing?
You were
Just standing there.
you started talking to Zanladir, and then you just I've never seen this happen. Shut up.
You're a cad, you know that. No, there was a dark space with 2 eyes. I think Vathos is Oriental. Um, they were slanted eyes, so it just wasn't. Um, but then there was water, and he wants. Uh, does anybody else want to pick up the chalice?
Not
I don't know
anymore.
if anybody
Considering what
should.
just happened, and no.
He said I seemed familiar.
Even more of a reason. Maybe
I
that got
mean-
you out of there. Maybe if he's not familiar with you, he, takes you out or takes over. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Oh, he also is mad that we well, I said liberated Count Majestic, but he said you don't know the meaning of liberation. When the darkness takes you, you'll understand.
No,
Um,
he's just as dramatic as you are.
oh, all right. That's being targeted now. Unnecessary. Fair, but unnecessary. I don't think we should leave the chalice here, but I personally don't want to pick it up again.
So we can put it in the bag of holding if you think it's going to be worth it.
I mean, maybe there's a place to destroy it and that would do something for us. I just leaving it here seems
Ill-willed. And
yes. Yeah.
I mean, all we know about it is
important.
that the Spy Glove and Chainless wanted it for doing their ritual, right? For like summoning him.
Yes,
So
and the chalice
connect to him
itself
somehow.
the chalice itself wanted out of this pit, is what Count Majestic said.
Mhm.
Point of
It left
clarification,
broken.
and something I forgot to say. I'm sorry for interrupting. When you were holding it and in that vision state, you did feel an incredible amount of energy coming from the chalice, like as though it is attempting to funnel energy to you. It wasn't something that it was like I wasn't asking you if you were wanting to accept the power that it was offering you, but you felt like it was yearning to give whatever power it held within it to something.
It felt like trouble.
All right. Yeah, let's put it in the bag of holding. And
Yeah, hands off of it.
Can I, before we put it away, Tim, can I use the golden glasses to identify the chalice?
Sure. There is a description, but it is not a magical item in so far as that it does not have a stat block associated with it or like an actual mechanical use. The description will have to suffice, but it is like an artifact level item, but it has this very singular specific use. This is the Hollow Chalice. It draws in emotion, despair, and psychic fragmentation, especially from beings bound to the dark or void. It can only be filled drop by drop. It siphons through prolonged proximity and resonance, building pressure until the soul energy ruptures into a transferable state. The ritual in which it is associated with is called the Whispering Bloom, and it requires the sacrifice of truth. Someone must offer a secret never spoken aloud, and then through the specific ritual chant found through other sources, the chalice feeds on that truth, becoming attuned to the surrounding fear or hunger, and at its climax, it blooms with blue fire and drinks the hollowed soul from its victim.
That sounds safe.
How about
Sounds
we
like it's
hit
from
it with
Dark
that-
Souls.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna suggest we have that hammer, the Onyx Breaker, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Am I the one holding that? I don't remember who has that.
I think it's in the hole.
Oh, okay.
You think it
Yeah, but I don't think this is Onyx. This looks different. This looks more normal. not quite the same stuff. Don't look like. You could try, but I don't know what breaking something like that would do.
Because the part about it draining the soul or despair, whatever, of the people are close to it.
I think that's what B2 or Darrow's right. The bag will get it away from us.
Yeah.
Would it though?
It's in the space in the bag.
Yeah, but there's an opening to that space.
And just close the bag tight.
And I'm pretty sure the whole magical thing, it's kind of like separated and whatnot, but
I think your idea, Clovis, is correct in some way. It's something we could maybe explore in a desperate measure, but maybe not right now. Cracking it might do more harm than good at this moment.
Anybody with an arcane persuasion, if you want to give me an intelligence check or an arcana check.
stay another way.
Killing.
Ooh, I'll take it though. You're just working your way up the D20
I am.
this
We're
evening.
going
It's you've just got a ramping numbers thing going on.
Okay, so
You got or
The
maybe
three
a
of
knockout
you-
list.
3 of you other than Black Star. I'm sorry, Alex. I'm just
Fine.
You have witnessed arcane, or rather onyx-based materials having been broken before. Things like that were akin to a god shard or other onyx materials in the forest near Beacon. I know Clovis wasn't there for that. Neither was Black Star, but there are explosive properties to things that are made of onyx. This thing is gold. It looks like it's obsidian and not onyx in nature. So there's that. You also know that based on Xander's having identified it, that this is one of the crucibles of the Godless Flame. One of the 3, I believe. There's three of them. There are 3 of them. These were items that were used as a catalyst in the machinery of the Veritas to try and pull the power from the various primordials or concords. So this was one of those catalysts, and based on its description, you could feel safe enough that it isn't actually in close proximity of you if it is in a pocket dimension.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
Put it in the hole. All right. I'd kind of use a dagger to just kind of chunk it in. You know, like when you don't
Bag
want
on the ground
scoop,
and
scoop
it.
something in, you're just kind of like.
Yeah. Broom with a dustpan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. One dangerous artifact down. Countless more to go.
Yeah. Let's keep in mind we have that though as we push farther in here.
Yeah. If I just start acting different, we know why.
Yeah. Speaking of farther in, that way. And as I say that, I also glance to these other holes that these creatures had come out of. Can I see into them far enough to see if they go anywhere?
Even from your central position, because you've got, you remind me again, is it 150?
150.
Okay. Yeah, you can see they're like maybe 30 or 40 feet deep, and
So they're
they
more
widen out a
alcoves
bit,
than
but
tunnels.
it doesn't look like they actually lead anywhere.
Yeah. Those all look like dead ends, and it looks like we got one way to go.
There is a good
Back
amount of backup. That's funny. There's a good amount of debris. I know I keep saying that amongst here. If there is anything of use amongst the refuse and broken bits of people who've somehow made their way down this far, or they were dragged down here. Perhaps people were stolen from Tel Noro and dragged all the way down this far. It's possible that doing a deep dive and thoroughly scavenging through here, there may be something of use, but it's unlikely.
I'll do a quick detect magic on the clusters of stuff just to make sure there's nothing fancy and move on from there.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check as well?
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh, almost.
With an 11. I will say that the only thing that you find off in one corner, there are 3 intact climbing harnesses, which include silk cord and pythons, 1 each for each of those climbing harnesses, and each having 50 feet of silk rope. On your 11, that is, you have to pull aside like piles of bodies and bones, and just ripping and tearing sounds and crunching as you're pulling things apart. Just kind of doing a glance over. That's what you see. And Razir, as you're using your magic eyes to look through everything, there is, and I'm going to say this, and I don't want it to be overly impactful. You do see a small blip underneath a small pile of things, but as you're using it and looking through at everything, it almost looks as though something is actively trying to cause your vision to become blurred. It isn't that you can't see any pings, or that this would be preventing you from seeing magic or magical items. It's almost like your actual vision as you're looking is becoming more and more blurred the longer that this is turned on, to a point where if it went its full, is it 10 minutes that it lasts by default? And I know you can repeatedly cast it, but I'm just saying that normal default's 10 minutes. Okay, so if you were to go the full amount, you would be like basically blinded, where you'd have like obscure glass in front of your face. You'd still be able to see the little pings, but you wouldn't even know what you were looking at that point if you let it go that far. So perhaps that's something to keep in mind going forward.
Okay.
Now, there is...
Turn it off and keep that in mind, and then I'll point it out like, there's something magic at the bottom of that pile. Or at least partway in it.
Do you wish to delve in to see if you can figure out what this is?
I'm not going to do that.
I mean,
It's
Garen's
just-
already digging through, so.
Yeah, I found some stuff. Do you want to put it in? Or I'll just hold on to it, actually. I'll just wrap it around me.
It
So-
looked like a small ping. I don't know if we want to bother.
I mean, good things come in small packages.
You know what? You're right, Clovis. Let's take a look. And
I'll help.
I'll periodically flicker it on and then off just to get a... No, it's kind of like how somebody does with a metal detector. They'll go beep, 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 dig, 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 beep, 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 dig, dig, dig.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Eventually, you digging through this small section, you get to a patch of dirt, which everything else here has been stone, or it is stone. Underneath this pile of bodies, there is a small 2.5 foot wide patch of dirt that looks flush to the stone, as though it had been purposely placed there and stamped down repeatedly to whoever's best ability to make this blend in and look like it was part of the stone. The blip is beneath the dirt.
That's odd. Whatever it is, it's in there. We gotta dig.
Do I dig it up? I'm gonna dig it up.
I mean, we come this far.
Okay.
I'm wearing
Only-
gloves, by the way.
Wearing gauntlets.
Yeah, they're gloves. They're huge gloves.
So one massive Garen handful of dirt pulls out an object, a spyglass. It looks like a light brown edged in what would have been gold a long time ago. Wood that has not rotted, although it looks ancient. And it has, I don't know, some kind of familiarity to... It's funny, and this is wasn't intentional. Some familiarity to the glyph that's on your arm. Only in that they both resonate with each other. Not like it was meant to be that you picked this up.
What's so special about this?
I don't know. It's got some sort of kind of magic on it.
I mean, do we really need a spyglass when we have Garen?
I don't get
Just
it.
say what it does. We got
Yeah.
it. Let's bag it and move on.
Put it in the bag of holding. Or the hole, either one.
You're going to put the spyglass in the hole?
Put it in the bag, and the hole we have to open it up, put it in.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What if it's a pocket dimension spyglass, guys?
Ooh. Pulls up.
Let's
Let's
just
go.
see
Space
into pocket
Jam!
dimension.
One of these days, it's going to happen because you guys aren't identifying everything as you're getting it. You're just throwing it in one of your pocket dimensions. I just have to remember
Tim,
never
if you
to
want
give
to switch
you...
to Spelljammer, just do it.
You have that lever to pull whenever you want.
Okay. Feeling confident that you have, to a certain extent, scoured the area and cleared it of its remains. Perhaps if you spent much more time here, there may be something small to find, but it isn't something. You're not here for little bits of loot.
Yeah.
So the tunnel.
Before we go, I would take maybe the 2 lengths, excuse me, of rope that Garen found, or one of our sets of 2, and go reattach the python at the top, so we have a rope to ascend should we need to hastily.
Great idea.
Give
Which of those
ourselves a
things do
way
you
out.
use? Just so it's. It doesn't really matter, but whoever, just so its inventory is being kept track of. That's all I care about.
You can use the rope I found.
Yeah, okay. That way you don't have to record it or anything.
Stuff, yeah.
Okay. You go up and affix it to the python. It's 100 feet, so there was 2 of whatever lengths. Garen had found 3, so there was 1 left over.
I'll hold on to the 1.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Does everybody remember the notes we found on that map? Things we gotta remember about going forward?
I still have it. Or at least I have it in my inventory.
The first
could-
area we need is the Watcher's Hollow, or the Chapel of Voss. And that's where Voss needs to be saved. There was the note that said, "Come back and save Voss."
You Eryndor, not Voss.
Oh, I don't know why I have Voss then.
Well, the Chapel of Voss to
Yeah.
Voss
to
was
rescue
name of the
Eryndor
building.
is what it said.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
I for some reason had the name for both. So,
Mhm.
but you said Eryndor?
Eryndor.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Ooh.
let's go see if Eryndor's still there then.
Yeah. It's something about a cramped descent, which, I mean, we kind of did that. 3rd hole from the right. All eyes watch all eyes. Eryndor's a friend. Those are from your mom's notes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at this point Zanladir would step up, who's been here the whole time but hasn't really said anything. I just want to apologize. I'm prepared for this journey, this adventure, but I thus far have not been proving my usefulness. I intend on doing that to the best of my ability. I feel much more confident in what I'm capable of, but sometimes, I should say, I just forget that I need to do this, that, or the other thing. So during that descent, I certainly could have done more than I did. So I suspect that the easy part is over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's keep our wits about us, and whatever dangers we face them together. We have no intention, in the event that something quick happens, you aren't intending on splitting up, well, either by choice or by mistake, right?
I mean, as best we can avoid it, I think. We don't want to.
I think this is the worst place to split up.
I would tend to
yeah.
agree.
I've read a handful of horror books, and generally you don't split up. Like, if you get left alone in this kind of situation, it's kind of over.
And don't forget,
I'm
never say
actually-
"I'll be back" those situations.
I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I didn't take you for the horror story kind of guy.
I like read for fun too.
Well, yeah, but like I didn't think it would be horror.
There are a lot of cases of bands splitting up and like people going solo. Like there was a band, 5 ways, and the one guy he split away from them and he did just fine. There was the Scarabs and there were 4 of them and they split up and there was like a couple of them have very successful solo career. I'm just like let's keep an open mind is all.
Yeah, that band One Direction went 5 ways.
Well, 5 ways, yes.
It's 5 ways.
You in one direction, absolutely.
That's good.
One guy.
Let's
The Scarabs.
let's try to avoid going our own separate ways, as it were, Blackstar.
Right. If
Good
we
song,
do get
by the
split
way.
up,
I believe written by Count Majestic, if I'm not mistaken.
oh, that's a fair point. I would choose Garen though as my friend down here though, in case we do get split up. I want Garen on my team. Also B2, also Razir. That's my team.
So
Yeah.
everyone who's not able to teleport, good job, Blackstar.
I thought we can't teleport down
No one
here
can
anyways.
teleport, Clovis.
Skill issue.
Yeah.
Maybe I can
Alright,
since I
alright.
never could up there, and I'm gonna try to teleport.
Garen,
Everybody
are
got the butterflies at their stomach?
you a
Yeah,
magician?
I'm good now. I feel better.
Good,
Wait,
good.
can you switch places with your elementals down here?
What?
Is my elemental out? I don't know if you guys used it.
It
or not.
was during the fight.
It was out for the fight, yeah.
I'll try to.
Also, you can
It's not magic, so I'd imagine I still can do it, but maybe I can't. I don't know. It's up to Tim.
This is a class
It's a-
feature,
Yeah,
Yes.
then you are able to use it.
yeah. Okay, so we just switch real quick. Yeah.
Are we sure that it's not just Garen running really fast?
I think that's exactly what it is.
You'll never know.
Yeah, he runs so fast and he grabs it, the elemental, throws it where he was. And that actually makes a lot of sense.
It does. I'm gonna start walking towards the
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. It's like,
Yep.
don't be alone.
Come on, friend.
Yeah, let's get a move on.
All right. You all begin moving towards this large open tunnel. Razir and Xander, as you get to the entrance of this, you can see, because I believe Xander has 120 feet, you can see all the way through to the next chamber. And there's some kind of large mass that's in this next chamber. It's probably about maybe 60, 70 feet, 80 feet from where you are right now. And it's featureless, just kind of shadow drifting off from it a bit. And you're not sure if it's an entity or an object, a gateway. But you begin walking down the tunnel. Garen, make a perception check for me.
Yay. Yay.
Walking down this silent, cold space, there's what appears to be a pool of water on the right side of the tunnel, suspended, almost like a mirror, but it's somewhat concave. And everyone's been passing through it, and you've been choosing to take up the caboose to look and make sure that everyone's safe, as nothing's chasing you. Their reflections are reflected in it as they've been walking by. But as you walk by, you notice there's no reflection for a moment. Oh my god, my timing's incredible.
You've done that 3 times tonight already.
You look to the right, and you're looking in this like mirror-like surface, and yourself you see the rest of your party walking. Like you kind of like look in it and you can see them walking, and then you see yourself walk up to the mirror, and yourself in the reflection turns and looks at you huge smile begins to form on its face as it stares at you. Teeth bared, not in an aggressive way. It's just smiling at you. It holds
What
its
happens
hand,
if I keep moving?
It holds its hand out towards the reflection, towards you. You just keep walking?
Well, I'm like testing it out essentially. Like if I walk,
you move a little bit.
Does it mimic me?
It does not.
No. I don't know what's going on. I say loudly. I don't know if anyone can hear me.
Everyone can hear
And
you.
it still just has its hand.
It then backs away. The smile gets bigger until the sides of the face begin to get up to where your ears are. Its mouth begins to descend slightly. And it's now just a gaping mouth staring at you. And then it's gone. As is the glassy liquid surface that was in front of you. It's as though it were never there in the first place. The rest of you, who've continued walking down this hallway, come to what looks to be the inside of a massive tower that's about 40 or 50 feet wide. It looks like it's been hollowed out in the center, and there is a spiral staircase that wraps around the inside of this and descends downwards. And you can see from your position at the top that there is a doorway down below. And there is a cathedral ceiling at the top. But that isn't what you're looking at. In the center, seemingly suspended upon nothing, is an 18-foot tall, humanoid, black creature with no ears, no eyes, and its head, which was just situated perfectly to be looking down the hallway in your direction as you've exited, now seems to catch your attention. Xander. It has no eyes, but it's looking right at you. My timing is ridiculous tonight.
It's good. It's good.
I'm sorry. I won't say it again. This is a much larger version of the creatures that you fought just a few moments ago. But unlike those creatures that seemed less intelligent, less aware, this is the entity that's been watching you since last night. It regards you as all of you get to the edge of this precipice and can look down. Its head twitches slightly as it looks to each and every one of you in the party. But it remains motionless and continues to stare. The spiral staircase leads down to your left from this perspective, and it's maybe down about 40 or so feet. You'd have to wrap around the outside of this internal tower to get to where that door is.
And where is this creature relative to us? Like relative to the stairs?
It's about
Just
20.
out in the
It's
middle
about
of the
20 feet out. Just
space and floating.
Looks like it's floating and suspended in space right in front of you. Its head is the size of your torso.
Does everyone else see that thing?
Uh-huh.
It's kind of hard to miss.
It's
As
last
Black
night.
Star says the first words, its mouth. But no sound comes out.
Is it like moving when I move my mouth?
Only Black Stars?
Like when
It's
everyone else
very-
was responding to me, was it moving also?
Whenever anyone is talking, its mouth is moving.
I don't know if that's weirder than what I just saw.
His head kind of cocks to the side as
You
Garen
mean-
talks.
It's what I saw last night.
Oh,
You saw this last night.
Garen, what did you
So-
see?
Oh, I think there's another me somewhere, and
Well, there's always another you with your elemental.
well, no, he's like a
what do you-
rock. He's
what
like
do you? Hold on. What do you mean by another you?
oh, yeah, when you guys, well, I was trying to make sure no one was following us.
Eyes on this creature that's floating in front of us while I listen to this.
I
But-
step closer to Garen within like jumping up onto his shoulder.
How close do you get to him?
I'm like next to him, like shoulder to shoulder.
Okay. There's a sound as you do that, Blackstar.
Oh no!
Fireball!
There's Enderman. There's Enderman around. Oh no!
The creature is gone.
All right, I hated
And
that.
It
Oh,
and directly above the opening that leads to this precipice that then descends downwards, up on the wall, it is clinging to it. Its head and neck descending and extending downwards so that it's looking upside down slowly. You see its head come into view and the eyes. And it drops down, not drops down, but its head comes down closest to whoever is towards the exit, which I'm assuming is Razier, because he was trying to keep his eyes on it. And it is just right next to you, as close as it can. And as you begin to move away, as I'm assuming you do,
I'm frozen. I do not move.
okay,
This vision is based on movement.
its head, like its shoulders, begin to come into view as it fully extends and is now hanging into this alcove and opening, and it puts its nose right up against yours, upside down, and just stays there.
Is
Down the
this
mask and give him a Spider-Man kiss. No,
is this our friend?
don't talk. I think it's tracking us.
I mean, it has been. Whatever we've done this far, it doesn't matter. It already has been watching, if not all of us, at least me.
At least it's targeting Razier.
I will step closer to it.
I want to reach out and pull Razier back as well.
Y'all
can
are
do
doing
a
a
good
lot
old-
of things right now.
You can do a good old Indiana. You can do a good old
Indiana
Indiana Jones trade.
Okay. So Darrow pulls Razier backwards. It stays in place right where it was, connected to Razier, looking at him, looking at all of you. As Xander approaches, its head kind of shifts in Xander's direction. Upside down still.
Now,
While it's there, can I just be like examining it? Like, what does it look? Does it look like it's been hit? It's like old, young. Like, is there anything about it that can be gleaned?
You can make a perception check if you'd like.
Tim,
I just
just
what-
for my brain, I'm picturing the head of this thing like a xenomorph from the Alien series.
I have not seen that.
Okay.
It's a humanoid head with no ears, a nose, a
Okay,
mouth.
but it's humanoid,
bald,
so it's
yes.
not like particularly long or anything like that. It is just
I would say that the head is a little bit longer than the average like human, but it's not
Okay.
like there's something about it that makes it look a tiny bit more elven than human, but it doesn't have any ears.
When you say long, do you mean like long head, or do you mean like long head?
Just the top portion, like where it's the top of its skull is a little bit.
it's a little
elongated.
bulbous in the back.
little
It's
bit.
got a little bit of a bigger brain.
A little bit.
I
Good observation, Chris.
am noticing how it's moving its mouth. Is there any kind of like pattern
to it, like other than it's just speaking whenever we speak? Like, is it just moving its mouth open, or is it actually like making like movements with its like with a tongue and lips, like, or is it just opening and closing its mouth?
Mimicking what we're saying, or is it saying something else in response, just without?
Well, each of you can make a roll. You make this perception or insight. It isn't. It's now that it's been doing it for a little bit, and you guys have continued your conversation. It isn't doing it every single time, but almost every single time.
Okay.
Because sometimes you guys are talking over each other, so it's not doing it like every. Did Razir roll?
I'm sorry. What was I supposed to be rolling?
Either
insight or
perception.
perception.
Yeah.
Perception. Perception's slightly better now. Nice. 24.
24. From Xander's perspective, you get a sense of morbid curiosity. Darrow, this thing is incredibly dangerous. Maybe not right now. But you look at what you've seen previously where it had its hands kind of folded in front of it when it was standing there originally, and then when it moved and its fingers, or rather elongated 2.5 foot long claws that wrapped around the top of the opening as it came down, this thing could slice someone to shreds if it chose to. And Razir, it looks as though it's mimicking, learning.
Here's the last thing that I want to check before Xander does his naive thing. Is, from what we can tell, is the face or the claws, is there signs of blood, like tear, that would indicate maybe it feasted recently, or is it, does it seem a little more apparent that, like, because this is like a higher intellectual being than the other ones that we had just faced, like maybe it doesn't need sustenance or something like that? Basically, I'm looking for any kind of sign that there's food in either its body or in the area.
While he's looking at that, I do want to say something out loud.
Okay. Do you want me to respond to him first?
You can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It, based on your roll, and I'm not going to ask for another roll. Actually, you know what? Make a nature check for me.
You know what's really funny, guys? I lost some proficiencies because I attuned to a different item. So my nature is not as good as it once was. That's gonna be a 13.
13.
It would have been a 14. It would have been a plus 14. So do with that what you will.
For some reason, the creature looks satiated. There are no immediate visible signs of gore or other things on it, but it looks like it's built for cutting things open. Or perhaps grown for cutting things open.
So as he's looking at that, I will say out loud, we didn't really decide what the connection to it is, what the equivalent is, but in deep speech, I want to say out loud, "Are you friend?" And I want to pay close attention to if it reacts differently, if it mimics me the same way it has been when you've been speaking common, if it seems to...
Smart.
If there's any difference with a different language.
Xander notices that because he knows very basic deep speech.
I taught you.
Smart.
Gotta love when Tim faces.
I realized that I didn't respond to you in any way. I just looked off and didn't answer you. It's obvious that I'm looking something up.
Yeah. You're fine.
Question ignored.
He's like, he comes back. What are you guys gonna do?
Moving on.
We played in a group with a false Hydra, and our DM did that. He just ignored one of the players for like an hour and a half.
Oh,
On
man,
purpose?
that's fun.
Yeah, they set it up before, like they had a conversation, but to us, we were like,
Oh, okay.
Well, Jay, do you know what a false hydra is?
No, I don't know
Okay,
what that is.
so when you realize it's a really cool, fun thing, go look it up sometime. It's amazing.
I will.
I'll never be able to run that because nobody will ever want me to run that. But it's a really, really cool idea. And what Chris just said was fantastic. That's an awesome idea.
That's a really cool way to do it. Yeah,
so it makes perfect sense. Okay, when you say, you said, "Are you friend?"
Yep.
Okay. Let me just make a note real quick before I.
Tim will remember.
Dude, this thing is about to have its Caesar moment. You're like, "Are you friend?" He's gonna be like,
ape, stronger together.
It cocks its head to the side slightly, and you see the whole body without its eyes moving from you, and its head still staying in the position as its body skitters down around sideways until it's standing upright, its head still upside down, until eventually it comes back into place, and then it cocks its head to the side and looks down at you, but doesn't say anything. But it
While
seems
they're looking
intrigued.
While they're looking at this thing, what's the rest of the room look like now? Also, it's just that downward spiral and the door down there.
That's correct. And the space that it was in, where it was seemingly floating, I mean, you can't really see from this perspective. It's just darkness in that space, because you've now moved further, a little bit, tiny bit further back into this tunnel that you were moving down, and it's now standing at the end of the hallway. And the ceiling here is high enough where it can just stand in the tunnel, its head just slightly cocked, looking down at the rest of the group.
I want to
Hasn't made
slowly
any
circle
aggressive
around
actions.
Garen, behind him, out of sight of this creature.
Okay.
Does it react to him moving at all?
Because there's so many of you, and it seems to be regarding each of you individually, one at a time, a moment or two passes, and then it seems to almost like realize that Blackstar is no longer there. And you see, well, there are no eyebrows, but there still is the above section of the eyes that furrow slightly in maybe slight frustration. And then
there's still bone structure.
The closest to the exit is still Razir. And it moves with lightning speed directly behind Razir. And then looks over towards where Blackstar is, looks back towards Razir, who's now standing behind, and begins to diminish and shrink, literally, until it's about the height of Razir. Goes from being 18 feet tall to 5'3", 5'5". I forget how tall Razir is.
5.
And then it positions itself perfectly
4.
right behind Razir.
I don't like this.
Garen, punch it.
This is
that a real request?
Well, I mean, are we going to watch it do whatever it's doing the entire time? We've got to do something.
I mean, Razir's trying to talk to it.
Is this not the Dark Child?
But what? Look at the thing. Oh.
I mean,
I'm going to say,
It was a dark child once, at least, for sure.
are you Eryndor?
In common?
Yeah, I mean, I don't speak deep speech, so I could say it in. Well, you said Elvish, so it has Elvish look. So I'm gonna say it in Elvish first. If it doesn't respond, Sylvan.
Okay. It doesn't seem to respond or make any kind of motion. when you
In
say Elvish.
primordial, I will say.
I don't think he was done.
I wasn't
Sorry,
done.
Alex.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
He said not in English. I mean, not in Elvish, but
Not in English,
There's
definitely not
still
in
Sylvan.
English.
Yeah.
In Sylvan, it kind of like twitches slightly and like slowly turns and looks towards Darrow. It seems so far to have acknowledged or at least has had some kind of reaction to both deep speech and Sylvan.
Oh. Wow. That's good. You guys are doing good. And then in primordial, my turn. I've got this. Hello, friend. We mean you no harm.
In Primordial?
Yeah.
Okay. It
Hated that.
My worry is that that's the language of the captor.
Oh, biscuits.
Oh.
The thing teleports behind Black Star. Sheath of its sword and Black Star.
Shinderu.
Fist of the North Stars,
Blackstar.
Nick? Yes.
What's your AC?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
22.
He's going to Fist of the North Star you.
With, again, inhuman lightning speed, it races over to Blackstar, and a razor-sharp claw comes up and clips the side of your ear, not dealing any damage, almost as though it were a warning to you. And then a similar sound. It looks angry when it charges over towards you. Its eyebrows, no eyebrows, tops of its eyes are furrowed as it looks down as you talk to it in Primordial, and you hear the similar sound that you heard earlier, and it is gone. Disappeared.
Oh, you got it angry.
Yeah, we had other languages to try, like Celestial, Gnomish, Draconic. Come on.
Yeah, he's down here, and this is primordial. Okay, no one. You all spoke a different language. It could have happened to anybody. I am concerned.
You wanted me to speak my language. I wasn't gonna do it
Yes,
yet.
I feel like punching
Right,
it would
right.
have helped.
No more primordial.
Oh,
Like,
clearly.
Yo, did it hurt you?
What?
Now I don't feel hurt. I mean, I'm bleeding a little bit. That's rude.
You have any idea what that thing was? 'Cause it looked kind of like them smaller things, but not quite.
Oh, those things are actually quite common in Talnoro. They come up all the time and hang out with us. Why would I know what that was?
Well, I wasn't asking just you.
Oh,
Yeah. Look,
There's a sound in the darkness.
There is.
I don't-
Sarcasm.
until further notice, until we have reason to believe otherwise, that is the Dark Child. That is supposed to be our friend.
based on what evidence?
He was acting like a child.
Based on no evidence
he's pretty
except
dark.
the childlike curiosity, and I mean, you could have died just then.
Right.
I feel like that happens every day.
But
Also
what I'm saying is, this is the earliest sign, and judging from what we have seen from the map and the journal, we know that there's some kind of creature down here that's capable of understanding friendship. For your mom to go and say that something is a friend, that to me insinuates that like it's at least capable of doing good. And until we have reason to believe otherwise, I think any further interaction with Eryndor should be as amicable as possible.
It's not like it acknowledged that that was its name.
I'm working on something.
Even
I
if
have I have an idea. I don't know. Obviously, we have no evidence, but
Well, are you going to clue us in when you have a better idea of your idea?
yes. For now, I mean, it's nothing but a hypothesis, and I have nothing else to go off of except the life-draining nature of this location. I'm wondering if the Dark Child gets put back to a reset point.
If I die, it's your fault.
Well, I probably won't live much longer after you die, so
Oh, that's a good point. Well, it's no fun then. I want you to live with the guilt.
I'll live for the guilt for like 30 seconds.
Oh, that's a fair point also, Clovis. He'll know what he did before he dies himself.
okay.
I will slowly move forward towards this chamber again.
I'll
and
follow.
Keep
can I
an
look
eye out.
behind, see if I see anything weird?
I am slowly approaching this room, looking up the walls to the ceiling, and then as I come to the end of the tunnel to the actual space, I am looking up at the wall above to see if this thing is at all in this room anymore.
At the very top of the dome of this tower, clutching onto the peak and looking downwards, is this creature. It's about...
Is it still my-sized?
No, it's back to its 18-foot tall self. It's up there, and it is unmoving, just staring downwards, and it's approximately, I don't know, 60, 70 feet up. But it's like got its limbs up, kind of pinned, Spider-Man style, just up against the thing, looking down at everyone, making no sound.
I will back up, back to the group in the tunnel. All right, that thing is still up there. It's on the ceiling. It's big again. They ain't moving.
Crazy thought. Should I sing a song that my mother used to sing? Something that might be familiar to it? Something soothing?
Not
You can
that
try.
crazy. That's pretty. That sounds
As long
nice.
as there's no primordial in the song.
It's not in she didn't really speak that. Brignac taught me most of it. She was like, half fluent, I guess. I mean, touches. Um, but I mean, if this is the Dark Child, then maybe you'll recognize something.
I think that's a great idea. And Xander will then unclasp his notebook.
I don't like when you get that out. That means that you're looking for something, and I don't appreciate that. All right. Garen, come stand really close to me in case.
All right.
Darrow, there's a spot on this side if you'd like to come and stand here as well.
The
Sure,
entourage.
sure thing, Blackstar. Sure thing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Right here. Don't crowd too much. Okay, right. That's good. And then I will sing a lullaby.
Okay.
Like a soothing song from my childhood that my mother used to sing to me.
Okay. Do you go to the edge to do this, or you're still just in the hallway?
I'll
allowing
go
it to
I'll go
cascade
into
outwards?
the room.
Okay. So it's
Or
a
the-
small little precipice, and then the stairs begin to the left. There's no railing here,
Okay.
so you've got like maybe a 10 foot by 10 foot like little square section of level area before, rock ledge before it starts going down to the left. But yeah, so you guys can all stand here.
Okay.
So you begin playing your music, and it just like echoes outwards. It rocks the place. There's a bit of dust and bits of rock that come down. Even if you're playing softly, this place amplifies sound considerably.
Burn around every little flame, you get a little bit stronger. I can feel the heat of rising from you. Burn around, bright eyes.
No, wait, no, that was your last character.
Yeah.
It was it's Bright Eyes. Go ahead and take inspiration for that. That was awesome.
Woo.
If you don't already have it, you can assign it to someone else.
I
after
did not
choosing.
have one.
Okay. As you're playing the song, everyone does hear loud and clear above that the sound again, and it is suddenly down, standing right next to Darrow, and it's Darrow-sized now. It's kind of like puffing out its chest a bit to try and look like, because B2 is like a buff robot,
Yes.
So he's like puffing his
Beefy
chest
boy.
out. Darrow, do you turn to look at it?
Nope. He's just like, all right.
Just straight ahead. It's shoulder to shoulder, just like you're shoulder to shoulder with Blackstar and Garen's on the other side. It's now right up shoulder to shoulder with.
It's a whole lot of
Darrow.
note for Darrow.
It's just there. Is Darrow doing anything? at all?
Man, what is? I think as you for the first time ever, I would say you see Darrow slightly jump. you just hear.
Just a little bit of a shudder. Okay.
What was that? Was that? Did you play the wrong note there, Blackstar? And I will just slowly turn and just kind of acknowledge it, like playing into what Xander says that this is potentially kid. Kind of, I'll just kind of gently salute it.
Okay. So you turn slightly to acknowledge it, and it turns its head towards you simultaneously. Like it knew you were going to turn your head. It turns at the exact same time, its arm coming up. And like maybe you slow down for a half a second as you realize that it's doing exactly what you're doing. It also slows down exactly in the cadence that you are.
Okay. All right.
Its lips move.
Oh, so that I meant to ask that. Does its lips move when I talk? Because I don't have lips, so.
I mean,
Okay, so it's
you're still making.
Yeah, but I
speaking
wanted.
common.
That's still an important detail. If
it
not.
is it's sound based learning based on consonants and.
Chris, quick question: would you say you have no mouth and you must scream?
Okay, maybe.
No, he's not a slug.
What is that's a good point. What is Clovis doing while this is happening?
Just looking at it, trying to be quiet, not just speaking too much.
The smallest person is just.
No, I'm not messing with that thing. It's like 5 times my size.
They can eat me in 2 bites.
Yeah,
Don't
2
teleport
bites, yeah.
towards me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like
Yeah,
he's
stay
not angry
alert.
anymore.
Yeah, and I'm still singing, but I nod like I'm singing softer now that it's close.
It's not.
Do we want to keep trying to communicate it with different languages?
I think at this point, if it wants to stay with us, it can, and if it doesn't, then it has the capability to make its own choices.
Fair
I
enough.
think-
Well,
I
we
think-
just let it be and walk on.
Well, let's see how it reacts as we walk on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick
go
up.
ahead. Go ahead, Blackstar.
I'm gonna pick up Blackstar and start walking down with
Are you carrying Princess? Are you carrying him
Well,
like
just so he can
Princess?
focus on playing.
How do you pick up Blackstar?
Are you dirty dancing me?
No one puts baby in a corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
I think I was just gonna lift him up with both my hands and then just kind of have him here tucked in my shoulder. So I have my hand still on my shoulder, on my hip right here.
Okay, so
Your pocket
you're
bar.
doing like this is my child and they're in trouble, so I'm carrying them like this, or to try and get them to be quiet.
No,
I love
like
carrying him like that.
like he's like sitting on my hand, like because I'm like holding it like this. So he's sitting like this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the royal processions when they're all carrying the bed through like the crowd. Like you're doing the same thing.
Okay. So you do that to Blackstar. You pick him up and you're carrying him with one arm as he's sitting on your hand, and you just begin walking down the steps.
If it is what we're doing, yeah, I'm gonna get it started.
Okay.
I'm
Anyone
kicking
else?
my legs. This is helpful.
Okay.
Like a child.
All right. The creature rushes over to Clovis and picks up Clovis
Oh.
and holds Clovis with one hand and begins walking down the stairs after Garen.
Oh my.
Clovis, underneath your butt are massive claws that are just kind of wrapped around you, and there's an ever tightening grip that feels like the creature is either trying to hurt you or doesn't know how hard to be holding you or not. It hurts a little, just a tiny, not enough to do any damage, but it hurts a little bit. It's gonna be
uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable. I don't like any of this.
And it begins to follow Garen down the stairs.
Okay.
And you watch, and its cadence and its walking is, before Garen notices that this is happening, is exactly in pace with Garen. As Garen's taking a step, it's taking a step. If Garen goes a little bit faster, it begins to increase its pace a little bit so that it's directly behind Garen carrying Clovis.
That's crazy.
It's Blackstar facing backwards, so he just sees this.
Real close eye contact with Clovis and the thing right there. It's like, oh, good.
I look Clovis right in his eyes, like, "Are you okay?"
I should be playing.
This is what the picture.
I should be playing the other song because this guy's back. This is supposed to be playing the whole time. This guy's here. Oh, there it is. Chris posted the picture again. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. All right. So, what is everybody else doing?
Following down.
Following?
Yeah, carefully and slowly following down.
Okay. Clovis, are you like making eye contact with any of your rest of your party, or are you just letting this happen? You're not doing any motions at all. You're just.
I'm not trying to do anything that it could perceive as aggressive, or I'm just trying to be like, I don't want to be ripped apart. Like
Zan the deer is like follows behind.
Oh right.
Yeah, I have to keep bringing him up, or you guys are gonna keep forgetting he's here.
Yeah.
It's the whole reason you're here in the first place. This is very interesting. I'm not sure. I should just stop talking and just keep walking.
Yes.
All right. I just wanted to. Okay. All right. I don't
Unless
want to be. I don't want to
Unless
be.
you have some sort of idea.
I don't want to be in the back, and Garen is at the front currently.
Okay, I will be in the back. You just go.
All right.
The whole time that Darrow's walking, because he's in the back, he's just like
constantly checking behind him.
I'm gonna start asking for periodic perception checks from Darrow, who's in the back.
This is a new fear for Darrow.
Okay.
Fear.
Yeah. You guys all head down, Clovis being carried down these stairs. It doesn't take very long. It's just a staircase that goes downwards. There's nothing's crumbling here. These actually, I mean, I shouldn't say that. The stairs do look somewhat precarious, but they're aligned. It's not like the tower is off kilter or anything. It's perfectly straight up and down. You arrive down at the bottom, and there is an open archway, smaller, probably half the size of the one that you came through to get into this room. And it travels on for about 30 feet, and I'm assuming you stop there to look down it and see what's there. So it goes on for about 30 feet, and then it is just open. Even with 150 feet, there isn't anything to be seen. It is just darkness. The ground continues. It's stone. There's rubble, little bits of stone and pebbles, and what looks to maybe be a little bit of creeping moss, but if there is a room, it's so big you can't see the other side of it. Garen's in front, so.
I'm just taking as good of a look as I can. If I see nothing, I'm gonna turn.
Your dark vision's only 60 feet.
It's only 60 feet. I can't see.
You have your crazy eagle vision, but not if you don't have dark vision for 60 feet.
I mean, it's still helpful that I can see something at 60 feet. Wait, no, how's it work? That I can see something a mile away as like it's 100 feet or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind. It's not helpful at all.
If it's not lit, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
That's not going to apply.
If there's something really far away lit up, then you'd be able to see it well enough. But
important point of note: does everybody have their lights out?
Yep.
No.
Oh yeah, yes. What is mine attached to again?
Yeah, I think you said you put it on one of your rocks.
Yeah, you put it
the
on
one
the
your
wrap.
mom,
The
your
one-
mother gave you.
The one that my mom gave me.
So
Thank
it's
you.
only Clovis and Garen that have their light out.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm in
I
front.
put the produce
There.
flame away when I
There.
started singing.
Darrow, so 3 of you. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is that bit, which makes it like worse because the light is now casting shadows, right? As opposed to where you're into your dark vision,
Yikes.
where you can see everything. So it's there's shadows, and it is way scarier this way than if you didn't have them on. But you can see what you can see. So
as
were
we
you
get
gonna
to
say
the
something?
bottom, I will catch up to Frontman and Spooky Boy, and I'll step around them, and then look down this hallway and look back at the creature, and then kind of like backstep into the hallway and see if it reacts to me going through this at all.
Do you fully step to where it wouldn't be able to see you as you step into the hallway? Even 5 feet, just out of its vision? Or are you just making a motion as though you're going to go down the hallway?
I want to go into the hallway and keep an eye on it to see if me going in the hallway is any kind of trigger for it. And that's kind of all I want to test right now.
Okay, I mean, it's enough where you're making it look like you're walking into it, so I just wanted them. Okay, Clovis, I need you to make a dexterity check for me.
Okay.
A check. Interesting.
No. This is a dexterity saving throw. Sorry.
Oh.
Just add whatever your.
Yeah, just so 17 instead.
17 is instead of 16. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You catch yourself as it in its right appendage drops you, which is the side that faces out into just darkness below. It as Razir goes to enter the hallway, whether he is fully entering it or not, makes that motion. It seems to lose interest in following Garen and copying him, and it drops Clovis. You manage to grab onto the edge as you were about to fall over into the void, and your hands grab onto the edge of these stone stairs, and your feet are dangling out over the edge of nothingness below. The creature sidesteps around Garen to go follow where Razir is, realizes that Razir doesn't fully go into the tunnel, and then stops and just stares at Razir.
I didn't realize there was pit.
I said it's hollowed. It's hollowed in the center.
Yeah,
It's
I thought
open
that was
space.
just down until the bottom. But it's a pit.
You
It
can't see
continues.
the bottom. Yeah.
Right. I thought there just was a bottom on this level where I thought it just went down to a. Gotcha.
Second Halo jumper zero. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, also, there's just too many things to explain. Out where it would have been standing, where it was like tall and was looking at you as you were entering, right? You do see now that there's like a trick of light, which isn't light because there is no light in the space. It's a trick of perspective. We'll say that there is actually a small platform that looks like where there's a very, very thin walkway that leads out to this platform in the center of this, and there's a pillar that just extends downward into nothingness, and it was standing on that little thing, almost like it was standing there waiting. Had you gone to the edge and looked down, you would have seen not that it was standing on nothingness, that it was standing on something, and that walkway would have looked invisible. So it would have looked like it was standing on a singular pillar extending from nothing below. But now you see the optical illusion that's here, and it's something you could walk out towards. It's about maybe 3 feet wide. The pillar is.
Indiana
This
Jones
is just
and, Last Crusade.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right, gentlemen. This is we're making a decision on what we're doing. Just in the off chance, since it reacted to deep speech before, I will say, Eryndor. I will say, are you Eryndor in deep speech? It's a name, so who knows how it translates.
Through the accent.
Yeah,
It's like
but the
Felix.
rest of it will be
It's the
Yeah.
English pronunciation.
Felix.
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 Felix, yeah.
So
Felix.
you say this, it then turns and regards each and every one of the party, kind of head snapping from one to the next, and then back towards Razir. As you say, are you Eryndor? And then it goes to walk past you. It has to dip way down. It doesn't choose to become small enough like you are to pass through here. It maintains its 18-foot tall self, but diminishes by bending over and like crawling underneath and grabbing the underside of this archway as it pulls itself through, and disregarding you standing in its way, whether you are or you aren't, walks through the hallway and out into the next space and away from you.
I hop down from Garen's hand. Thank you, big guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You stopped
That
playing.
was something else it did.
Is it telling us to follow it, or is it just not interested anymore?
I mean, is
Could
there
be either.
anywhere else to go?
Sure.
Nope.
I mean, no, but it could have wanted to stay in the last room and it moved forward.
A second or two later,
Look around. Is it like out here again somewhere?
it's not,
Darrow looks behind him.
Not back up on the ceiling where I caught it last time.
it is.
Oh, guys, it's fine.
Nowhere
We're
to
in
be
zone
seen.
1. It's okay. Don't go and look at the music, title of this song.
I've already played
Well.
this before.
But guys,
Alright,
don't worry. I have create and destroy water, so we're good.
I guess we'll move forward because
Enderman's Alex.
we don't really have, I guess, time to think about every single move, especially when there's only really one move in front of us right now.
Yeah,
That's a good point, Garen.
Yeah, you're. We're not. There's going to be a lot of stuff we don't know, and if we try and take all the time to figure it all out, we'll never get nowhere.
We have to be careful to exposure time as well, given what happened to Blackstar, to Count Majestic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Let's be wise.
Alright.
Let's move.
All right.
Carefully, I will start making my way forward.
Okay.
I
I'll,
am right
I'll
behind
let
Garen.
I'll let him go ahead of me, and as he does, I'll do a head count of everybody in our party. Make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, everybody's here.
Making sure there's nobody extra.
Extra.
Yeah, the extra. Nobody's missing. Yeah,
Mhm.
Six,
7
like
is the
there's
magic
always
number.
been.
Seven,
No.
seven,
No,
seven
no.
is the magic number. I'm
Oh,
glad you said
hey.
that.
Yep, you're welcome.
We figured out the whole campaign. 7.
7. All right. So you
Then
move
again,
through.
with B2 and Daru, is that 7?
That's 8 now.
I'm letting them figure. figure out their own internal stuff. As long as the one body's here, it's fine.
You move through this stone hallway out into what once was a cobblestone street. Rubble lines the floor. Wrecked and ruined buildings line the sparse, treacherous pathway ahead. The only way that you know that there are buildings to the left and the right of you is that the remnant of an opening of a window or the remnant of a crushed door lays completely desolate, covered in either what looks like cobwebs or some type of blackened lichen, some type of mossy growth. And the growth isn't extremely prevalent, but it is there, enough so that there's life of some kind, which is interesting. Down in the realm of what is supposed to be governed by this Vathos, the primordial, the void and darkness. But there is no light in this space except a slightly undulating red light that just so ever so faintly can be seen in the far distance, basically straight ahead from your perspective, above the collapsed buildings in front of you. And even with your longest dark vision, you can just barely make out what looks like a giant slab of stone that has fallen in on and crushed the tops of almost all the buildings in this city, this desolate cityscape. It lays across them at an angle from bottom right to top left from your perspective, creating this gigantic ceiling of smooth and partially jagged dark stone. And the path ahead of you looks like from what you can see, like a decimated cityscape with little to no options for traversal. And looking at your crudely drawn map, you're able to perhaps find your bearings where you have entered into this old city of Telnoro, which is where you find yourselves.
Okay. Now what?
From this rotting, blackened growth, you hear nothing except for the occasional scrape and scratch that sounds like it's far off in the distance. And from these little mossy bits, there are these what look like little tiny gnats that are kind of buzzing around the little bit of growth that's clinging to the side of a doorpost here or the side of the remnant of a wall there. And the feeling is, as I mentioned, that of a cold, desolate wasteland. You can see your breath slightly as you begin to move through this space. It smells of dust and decay, like an old basement that was abandoned, mixed with liquid iron, sulfur, and accumulating minerals. And initially, the only sound you do hear is the crunch of your footsteps on what remains of this cobblestone. You instinctively feel the need to be incredibly quiet. But as you progress, other sounds begin to reach your ears, mixing with the sounds of your friend's breathing. A slight scratching sound around a corner. But as you cautiously turn and look, the sound stops and nothing's there. A falling rock, not too far off, up on a portion of the city, portion of a wall as you're passing it by. Tick, 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 tick. A clicking sound, one you've heard just recently. Sounds like some kind of... But it's distorted in some way, almost like the clicking is coming from underwater. Again, from within a collapsed building. You hurry by that space, and the sound stops. But this is the continued soundscape and vision, and you can't help but wonder what that red glow is that's just ever so barely visible above the tops of all of these buildings far off in the distance. This portion of the old city of Telnoro could be miles wide. You're not sure. but you're in it. I need everybody to make a perception check.
Aaron, what do your orc eyes see?
Dude, I am gonna regret taking the Wanderer's book off, man. Guys, do we have 20 minutes? Do we have an hour so I can attune to the Wanderer's book again?
With the Wanderer's book, you still have expertise in 2 of those skills.
Garen got distracted by
No, I have to be attuned.
Black
to
Star
the
saying
expertise.
what he said.
No, it specifically says that the first, like the level 1 features, you still have those when you're not attuned.
I have proficiency in those. Yeah.
It's proficiency.
Yeah, it's proficiency.
Okay.
That stays the same.
Because I noticed you didn't have proficiency with nature earlier as well.
Yeah, I don't anymore.
All right. Garen, Darrow, and Xander. Couple of questions. Do any of you have dark vision provided by something other than or by a magic item?
No.
I have dark vision provided by a magic item. The goggles.
Gotcha. Are any of you immune to poison?
We all
are. We all are.
We all are
because of the feast.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm glad that we asked that question and that we clarified it based on.
I'm glad we had that feast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. For
that makes me concerned.
All 3 of you. Just for giggles, right?
For giggles, you guys die.
I'll describe Darrow's because it's more fun.
Trucks fall, everyone dies.
It's more fun to watch Chris squirm.
Darrow doesn't have skin, but nonetheless, there's a creepy crawly feeling underneath the plates of Darrow's metal body. Instinctively, and all at the same time, Xander and Garen and Darrow all instinctively do that thing when a mosquito is biting you and they slap their arm like this. Now, it doesn't matter, but I'll ask all of you to make a Constitution saving throw because it's fun for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rolling at what? You're not once now, guys.
Yeah. Sorry.
Come on, Jake. Come on.
Also, with Darrow slapping, it's a ping.
Yeah, that's loud.
I mean, Blackstar.
It was supposed to be Xander, not Blackstar, right?
Yeah.
It was Xander.
Sorry, I thought he said everyone. My bad.
No. Just
the
Xander
3
and
that had the
Garen
low
and
perception.
Darrow.
Ignore my low roll.
Same
Yeah,
roll.
that would have been fun, but that's okay.
Xander's got to pee, dude.
That's what the con save is for.
Don't walk into some random alleyway on your own. Just pee right here. Just turn, face away from the group and pee. We won't watch. Just do it.
Okay.
You're not walking away from us.
No
shy peers here. You have to do it right now.
So you squash the bug. You feel as though like it bit you, right? And something perhaps would have been coursing through your veins, but you managed to shrug it off. It seems as though perhaps there was a form of poison, not poison, but a form of poison. But because you're immune to poison, thanks to the hero's feast.
Poison. The poison that's meant for
poison.
Xander's
poison.
Poison meant for Xander.
Good reference too.
Alex, how much time do we have?
So I made a decision earlier. I'm not super concerned about leaving anymore. I told my friend that I was working and that I might get done around 9. So not super really. This seems more important to me, so I'm not. I don't really care.
I made an executive decision. God.
So
I made an executive decision. This is where I want to be.
I appreciate that, and I think you're very much going to enjoy all the everything.
I'm loving all of this so far.
Is this a good place to take a break
Before we get into anything? Sure.
Yeah.
Doggo! It's the doggo!
Hey!
Ooh,
All right.
is that
And
that
so
dinner?
before we start talking about that,
No.
so for
No,
now,
Alex,
that is where we
no.
will go ahead and take our break. So, walking along these long since ruined cobblestone steps, there is the occasional stair here and there as you descend and then ascend through portions of the city. Examining the map, it seems likely the Chapel of Voss is the closest destination to where you entered into the city. What were you going to say, Eric?
I had a thought, an idea, a plan,
If you will.
a safeguard, if you will. Mage hand, dagger, echo. We have them either in front of us or behind us. 20 so odd feet, so they're well within range. Mage hand with the dagger, mimicking the echo carrying it, so it looks like a person either out in front of us or lagging behind us to draw the ire or attention of whatever may attempt to jump us. Do we wish to do this, friends?
That's a smart idea.
You sure? I don't see. I only followed some of that, but it seems like it'd be effective.
I just said dagger. My light thing is on the dagger, so I would do a torch, but a torch will go out, so the dagger thing is still a light source. So whatever's coming can see it. Do we want to protect our backs or preempt what's in front of us?
Probably in front. I mean,
I would also think in front.
just so nothing can get the jump on. I mean, things can get the jump on us if they're behind us, but we're more likely to see something coming from behind, I think, than in front of us. I don't know. Does that make sense?
No.
Sounds backwards.
I think in front of us, though, because that's where things will trigger, because that's the direction we are going. Like, if it's in front of us...
Are we looking to trigger things?
No, but if we step on something, or we cross over something, or we walk past something, that might be the trigger regardless. It's...
Just, if things are... Because, like, we've been hearing stuff. If there's things about and they want to jump out at us, better it jump out away from us than at us. Was my thought.
Let's do it. And I'll send out, or I guess he's already out. Yeah, so I tell Boulder to go walk 20. Just walk ahead of us. Don't go too far.
The sacrifice.
I'll hand my dagger with the light on it into the mage hand and have it float approximately at the hand location of this echo elemental. So it looks like he's holding it, and it's a person walking with a light source, kind of just like
Okay.
out front, about 20 feet ahead of us.
What, Felix?
I just realized with the echo being named Boulder, does that mean that every time Boulder kills someone and it's rocks fall, everyone dies?
Wow. That's funny.
Well, there's 3 different names for 3 different sizes, but like
Bold,
you know,
Boulder, and Boldest.
yeah. It's part of Garrett's life, but yeah.
Are there any limitations on either Mage Hand or the Echo in terms of time or any other limitations? It's just there. They're there forever until
if it gets hit.
Yeah.
If it gets hit, it needs to be within 30 feet of you for the echo, I believe.
Yeah, they have to stay within 30 feet, so that's why we're doing the 20 feet ahead thing. The hand can't attack with the dagger or anything, it's just holding it. And the echo isn't actually walking on the ground, it's kind of just floating above the ground. It doesn't actually stand.
It can't trigger anything, can it?
No, it doesn't really interact with anything.
Even when it punches something, it's technically me still punching.
Yeah, it's
with
you
the
punch
echo.
through that space. Yeah, it's a little funky, but yeah. So it's basically just a visual trick more than anything for something that's watching that might want to jump on somebody passing.
Right.
Yeah, so hopefully they're not too intelligent.
Or it could possibly
Like
trigger
us.
something visual if there is something that
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
I told
gotcha.
you guys, their vision is basically
the-
movement.
The dagger is still physical. The rest of it is magic.
Magic.
All of it's magic. The rest of it's magic. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So two things. I know I gave a nice description of kind of the area that you guys are all walking through, but as a further clarification, it is open above. So there's this like gargantuan slab of stone that's like it's not a rock. It's just a gigantic like mountain length size slab of stone that's like crushed halfway up and like in a diagonal motion, but it's so big and the area is so big. It's a cityscape that you're in. It's a ruined cityscape, so it's big and it's overarching, but there's a space where the portion of it that's sticking up and like into the rest of the mountain or ground above you, there's space above the buildings, right? So if somebody I'm just letting you know. It's not just so cramped like there's an actual ceiling that's only 50 or 60 feet above you. Like it could be, you can't even see, right? You can see a portion of it, but then it just disappears out of your 150-foot vision, right?
All right.
Yep.
So there is open space above you. And then second thing is I did mention that you have the map. And it is crudely drawn. We're gonna say something, Jay?
So I have it in my inventory. That's why I raised my hand.
Gotcha. I have it. So this is the motion of I have it. Okay, cool. Yeah. So referencing that, it's probably a few minutes walk to from where it is that you entered, based on there was like that little squiggly line of like this is your descent. So that's where you assumed the tight space was that you came down through. Where would you choose to go from where you currently are in this cityscape?
Would going to the red light be bad?
I mean, all we've got to go off is we're looking for that Chapel of Voss.
Well, can't you see what's over near that red light, Garrett?
I guess I can try. I can
see.
I can't see I can't see a lot like I normally could when it's when I'm out there. It's too dark, but I can kind of I guess get an idea what is over there. Maybe. And what do you think, Tim? Can I see anything from over there at all with any detail with the red light?
It's
because you also said it was more than a mile away, so that's what I thought.
Well, I described the city as being like miles wide, plural, or long. You're not entirely certain how far away this red light is. With your vision and the fact that it is providing very dim light in the space that it is in, you can see that it's lighting up part of the area above. So like you see that the slab continues on all the way in that direction. Because you see that, but everything in between you can't see, and it's not like there's like flying creatures or anything in that space. So it's just that there is a light there, but it's somewhere where if you were in an elevated position, you might be able to see maybe where it's coming from. But currently, in your current stance, there's just ruined buildings in your way.
Yeah, it just goes on. Oh, it just goes on. I can't see anything worth mentioning. It's the only point of interest that I currently see, though. Well, let me look at the map, and I'll take the map out and see if it can give me some form of direction as to where we would want. Where we are and what way to be going. Okay. I guess.
So from your perspective, where you entered, the cave is the way that it's drawn, again, crudely drawn by somebody who probably hasn't explored the whole thing, but just gave it their best shot. The Chapel of Voss is a few minutes walk north of where you are right now. And the light seems to be coming from an eastern direction, which also is in the direction of where you would be heading if you were trying to exit Zone 1, which is called the Watcher's Hollow. And moving on through into Zone 2, which is called the Hushed Vault. So that is the direction you would be heading if you're trying to exit this zone.
Just a glowing red exit sign.
Just some.
Is what we're saying.
That's funny.
Okay.
Not quite.
It looks like that is the way to move forward to get to another section. But the actual chapel is that way. And I don't know if I'm pointing north or not. So I'm just pointing in what I think north is.
Red light's that way. We came in that way. That way?
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean that that's the red light district?
Ooh, maybe.
Well, so your only point of reference is where you entered in front,
Yeah.
right? And so then that is west from where you're currently are, and north is where the Chapel of Voss would be.
Does anyone have keen mind?
Well, I guess based
No.
on the where the tunnel is, I will
How
point
tall are the
in that direction.
How tall are the buildings like around
so-
us? The ruin.
Yeah, so some of them have been crumbled to a state where they're just literally a pile of rubble that's maybe 10 feet tall at most. And then, but it looks like in this section of the city, the buildings were anywhere from 3 to 4 stories tall. Because there's still like remnants, like pieces that were that tall that are still standing, but nothing like fully, there's no full buildings here. It's all pieces.
Yeah. I'm more looking for, I was trying to ask about like the general height of the city in its current state, asking so that if I choose to levitate and fly up, how high would I have to go to be able to get up above to look out a bit more?
Probably like 50 feet, 60 feet.
Should I go up and take a look around, see if I can see stuff above the buildings, or not split off vertically from the group?
Do you know? I mean, yeah, I don't think it hurts, but do you know what it looks like?
I'm just gonna go take a look and see if I see anything worth seeing. That's all.
Yeah. That sounds fine by me.
All right. Here, let's do this. And I'll take a rope, tie it to myself, and hand the other end to Garen and Darrow, or whoever, one of the two strong people, in case I need to be pulled down quickly.
All right.
You got it.
Okay.
We'll get you down.
I will levitate, push off the ground, slowly float up. At what's the pace? I can never remember. It's like
10 feet.
feet around.
10 feet around.
Oh, 20.
Oh,
So it
nice.
takes like 18 seconds to get up the...
Yep. So you float up 20, 40, 60 feet.
And I am eyes on these buildings around me as I'm going. My head is on a swivel, watching for things that might be ready to jump at something higher up.
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
I'm prepared to pull. I'll look at Darrow. It's like
22.
What if
to let him know that like
Razir
we
is
gotta be
here?
ready.
Well, your reaction time will be dictated by what Razir's exclamation is. 22. Looking around the space where you are, you do see. I mean, it's a ruined city. I'm not gonna keep going. Oh, it was. What's that look on your face?
What my exclamation is?
Yeah.
Hopefully, complete
just-
silence until I safely get back to the ground and tell them there was nothing up there. Hopefully, that's what it is.
Just give me about 15 seconds. So, yeah, I mean, there's bits of stone, there's bits of wood. It is all intermingled, and there is no light, so except for the red that's way off in the distance. So there's no shadows here. It is just your dark vision that's kind of, for lack of a better way of saying it, illuminating things. People on the ground that have lights are kind of a beacon below. You do definitely see movement, but you can't make out the details of what it is that's moving. And it's not the entire city that's moving. There's like you're like snapping around, like looking, and it's like something moved over there. And then out of your peripheral vision, you're like, something moved over there. And your vision is only 150 feet, so there are things that are moving. You just are not able. They're either moving so quickly, or they're so well hidden in what they're doing and how they're moving through all the rubble that's here. They're not. I would say they're making no noise, but you have been hearing little sounds, little rocks dropping, little scrapes and scratches, but no like animalistic, guttural sounds or anything like that. As you reach the pinnacle of your 60-foot height, the red light and what is causing the red light comes into your vision, even though it is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet away.
Giant anglerfish monster.
And just as you notice what it is that's causing this red light,
I don't like when you pause the music.
a sound rings out as a red beam of energy fixes on your position from hundreds of feet away. As a gigantic red eye that is on top of a huge pedestal. Another sound on top of this horn that is sounding out in the night reaches your ears.
Uh-oh.
I'm pulling so hard.
I knocked the armor down the well, guys. Oh no.
You have a game troll. You fool of a duck.
There is now screeches and scratching and scrambling as what reaches everyone's ears. The horn eventually stops as you descend past a point where this beam of energy is no longer pinpointed on you. But it sounds as though you've roused thousands of something.
Yeah.
I knocked the armor down the well.
And Eric, remember where I was telling you the thing that I said you were going to do? This is the thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Having heard all of this.
Actually, that's not appropriate.
Having heard all of this, I want to look and see.
That's very loud. Let's turn that down. I'm sorry for everybody else.
Fine.
I'm going to leave that on for a second, and we're going to go ahead and say what you're going to say. Sorry, go ahead.
I want to look and see if Barilot's here.
He's in the crowd of zombies. It's one of the zombies.
That, however, is not.
As I get pulled down. Spook the nest. Stuff knew we were here. Now everything knows we're here.
I was getting such great notes.
Alright, so
move.
You have seconds.
Yeah, I'm going in the direction that I figured out is the chapel. I'm just heading in that direction.
Okay.
After the big man.
I will ask, is there anything that anyone is doing to mitigate you either being seen or, perceived in this moment? Is there any tools in anyone's... I don't look at your character sheets every session to see what you guys have at your disposal. No, I don't. I don't have time for that.
What?
Is there anything that you would do that would stop yourselves from being seen?
Yes. I will... Go ahead.
I was going to say, using my Elven Chain of Moonwoven Echoes, I'll cast Without a Trace for 1 minute.
Ooh.
With no concentration, also.
Okay. So, something else. Go ahead, Alex. That's fine. Black Star.
Black Star. Yeah, that's me also. I was gonna do Major Image. A 20-foot cube, so we're all kind of jammed in tightly together, mimicking like the area that we're standing at, like off to the side, push, like a screen, like a light screen type of.
Okay. All right.
Well, I'm assuming someone is
Naruto at the fence.
I assume someone told Garrett to stop running then.
Okay. So does that mean? So just to clarify, does that mean that everybody like gets off to the side, everybody's going to make a stealth check, and there's a major image in front of you. You guys all have a literally a 1.5 second conversation of get down, hide, and everybody's stealthing. Is that what's happening?
I would just say, get over here, and then I'd start the image as it's... Because they've seen me do this before on the roof of Anaria's watch.
Okay. All right.
Also like,
Yeah,
I'd like
How to run? Which one?
I mean, we're gonna hide, alright?
Or if he's already doing the spell,
Alright,
I'm running
hide.
back to him.
¿Por qué no los dos? I can make him move.
I'll turn off
Oh,
my
we can
light.
move, then we'll just move stealthily.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I tried
Pass,
to
pass
use...
without trace. Major image moving with us to hide us.
These don't sound like entities that are going to stop moving.
I say run.
I mean, what I mean is if you're out in the open and you're trying to move while also moving your major image to try and mask what you're doing, they will probably just run into you, and then
I still meant to hug the building. Like, I want to get out of whatever major thoroughfare. We're not in the middle of the road here.
right. You get off to the
anything
side.
can come through
There's
the
like
illusion.
a partially collapsed building, but there's like an alcove or like part of it that's available that you can get into and like get out of the way and then put the major image in front of it. That's enclosed on 3 sides. Or do you wish to just continue moving?
Is there a door or anything?
There's no door. It's just an open wall, like a collapsed wall section.
Oh, biscuits.
You don't have time to search
I'm going-
around and find a building that has a door.
I'm going wherever Blackstar was casting the spell, and I'm shutting out my light.
Or, I won't say you don't have time. I will say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you or overrule you, Jay. I will ask for a perception check from one person, and they can have advantage. And if the DC is 19, if you can succeed on that, there is a building with a door.
Who has
I have a
I have a
+7.
+7.
As long as we have a building with like
8.
3 sides,
Alright. So.
I could wall of fire the other side and good.
That still traps. Like that still alerts them. Well, let's see.
But like
Let's.
last case scenario.
I think the perception is.
Okay, what are we doing? Who's rolling?
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That's enough. Okay, obviously. I told you what the DC was. All right, you like run forward a little bit, and it's like just as you're finding the spot, deciding this is where we're running into, there's a wooden door that's like mostly broken, but it functions. You open it up, you go inside, there's no roof. 4 walls, door, no roof. It's open to the sky above you. The door, you rush in, close the door behind you as they are arriving. What are you doing?
Well, got us off the street. I mean, it's pass without trace.
Passing without a
Major.
trace,
We're
right?
stealthing then?
Okay.
Yes.
So
Felix, you said something? You were saying something about...
he's getting his food.
Oh, he's got a snack.
That's more than a
dinner.
snack. That's
big dessert.
No, it's nachos with like melted
Who gave that to you?
my mom.
his mom.
Or like
Hi,
you guys want to
Felix's
say hi
mom.
to her? Yeah.
She wanted to say hi last time,
I
and
envisioned
Felix
he
said
was.
no.
I envisioned he's reaching over and he's grabbing under her arm and going, "No, come here, come say hi."
Come experience
Here, I'll
the
turn,
horror
I'm
of
gonna
this
turn,
campaign.
I'm gonna turn this stuff off while whatever's happening is happening.
Is she coming?
Ask her if she wants to be on YouTube.
It's going to sleep. Let me speaker. Where's it?
Hello. I'm glad we got a chance.
Oh, I think she's saying hi, but we can't hear her.
Oh, you can. The mic's not.
No, she got it.
Should be.
Oh, there
Oh,
we go.
now I
There we
can.
go.
Yeah, now we can.
Kinda,
now we can.
yeah.
You can. Yeah.
Hey.
Hello,
Have a good evening, guys.
you too.
Thank you.
Thank you for
too.
giving us your son for a portion of the evening.
Nachos and cheese, and you're a bit far.
There you go.
I wish
He's
I
a
had.
growing
He
boy.
deserves it. Thank you.
He's a growing boy.
He's a growing boy. That's right.
Yes, he's growing.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, that was great.
was-
Highlight of the
that was
night.
That's good.
Jason and,
All right, so
and
it's
I.
pass without trace. Major image. Felix, are you gonna say you're gonna add something to something?
I was gonna say I could like make sound with minor illusion, but that's just 30 feet away.
I think we want to just not.
Yeah.
I think we're
Yeah,
trying
I
to
thought
just
it was
hide.
a longer range. I was like, oh, I'll throw sound like in another alley or something.
Okay.
Okay.
We are hiding in this building.
I will. What else? What I will say is, you're gonna throw sound into an adjacent area that would throw off their potentially.
The range
So
is 30 feet.
This
so.
is. It's not that far away, but that's fine. As you're running in, perhaps you would do this, right? This is what you're saying. I don't want to leave it behind if it's something you think is useful.
No, but I realized the range was too short to do that after looking at it. So
Don't bring them to the area we're in.
yeah,
So you're not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
Okay. You rush in. You slam the door behind you. There's the area above. Blackstar reaches up and does his major image above you. Yes?
No, so in front, in case anything's running by. Like if you look, we're like behind whatever screen. Open. It's a cube, so I can make it like
All the way around
surrounding
us.
it.
All the way around
Yeah.
you? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
Like that one scene in Now You See Me with the vault,
Correct.
with the mirror area.
Okay, the door closes. The sounds of them continue and grow louder. You hear the scraping and scratching sound as they all come by the door. Thud, 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 thud. Not like they're trying to get in, but there's like a ton of them that are just being
I look
thrown.
to all my friends who breathe and like mimic putting their clothes and cloth above their mouth.
Okay.
Thud, thud,
I could hold my breath
thud.
for a pretty long time.
There is scavenging. You see up above, because you can see through the major image, correct? Above you. So you're in like a fairly small space. I would say it's maybe like 15 by 15, maybe a little smaller than that. And it's like there's rubble leaned up against on either side, and you see several, like 10, 20, 50, 80, just coming over the top and like not falling down in. It's almost as though, and as they're going over the top, it's like their limbs are moving, and you see that this is more of those small, dark creatures that you'd fought earlier. They're moving at incredible speeds, as they did in the previous room when you fought them. But there are hundreds, maybe thousands, that are just around the space that you're in. You seem to have... Oh, let me actually, because I'm describing what happens after, I need everybody to give me a stealth check.
With plus 10. From past
The major image give us advantage.
Is the zombie horde sound effect annoying to anyone?
No,
Put it down a little bit.
I lowered it.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's nice.
So do we get advantage for the major image?
Well, the
That's why the trace is just a plus 10.
Well,
Yeah.
but it's he's asking about the major image and how that impacts
Right.
it.
Yeah.
I would say that's making it so that they don't immediately see you as they're running up the top
Yes.
and looking down. So
Tim,
no advantage.
Tim, are we in dim light or darkness? I assume
You are
yes.
in complete darkness.
Okay, so I get advantage.
Alright, special boy.
Special boy.
Hey, I got my armor, man.
Not
All right, 25.
So that
27.
33, baby. 33.
I need to roll for Xanladir. I forgot Xanladir was with you guys. That's going to be a problem in this entire pit scenario. He's only going to pop up when it's necessary.
Does anyone have a reroll for his year?
I'm adding at least that to it. My nat 1 brings me to a
Oops.
dirty 20.
I rolled with advantage with him by accident. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Wait,
Has he rolled?
you got a 1, Razier?
Mm-hmm.
Take my inspiration.
Thank you.
You got a 1? Jeez.
I did. That's definitely not a 1. That's much better.
Yeah. So that
Xanladir
is
rolled
29.
a
34.
34.
13, by the way. 34.
13, that's with the plus 10?
Why did Darrow write
with
roll
the
a sleight of
plus
hand
10.
check? Is it the
I
same
don't know
thing
why
as a stealth
Darrow
check?
wrote. It's still +3. I just clicked the wrong one, so it's the
All
same
right, so we
thing.
have 23, 12, 17, 15, 20. Xanladir rolled a 13.
Well, plus 10 to
Zero.
all of it.
It plus 10 to all of those.
Oh, right. So let me go back. 33, 22, 27, 25, 30, 23, 34.
Yep.
Right? Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
All right. You all hunker down. the sounds of them continuing to be around the space where you're at eventually begins to subside. I can't, like, slowly have it fade out. I wish that was a feature in Foundry to fade out a sound, but it's not.
Drop the volume.
I could, but then it affects everyone's volume when I adjust my own volume, because it's the master volume for the whole server.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that might affect other things. So, anyways, they eventually subside. It takes probably a solid 3 or 4 minutes before they're no longer jumping over the building that you're in, and then even after that, it's another 2 or 3 minutes before the sounds begin to dissipate, and you're all just waiting with bated breath as they seem to begin to disperse. Not all of them do. This seems to be the new hotspot in the city. Wherever it is that all of these creatures came from, most of them are going away, but now there are a good number of them that are around. And just as a point of helping us to understand, I'll say that during all of the madness that happened, of them jumping over the building and worrying about them hearing what was going on, I'll say that because Dan Ledier, I think, rolled the lowest. Actually, I shouldn't target him because I don't want you guys to hate him.
More than
he didn't roll the lowest? It was Darrow?
Yep.
Yeah. 22 was our lowest.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, man. I was going to say that the person sneezed. Darrow can't sneeze. What? Just give me a made up. It's not going to matter. Just give me a made up sound that Darrow makes somehow. Darrow farts as a robot. I don't know how that works, but
he passes through his mainframe.
He makes a fax sound for whatever reason.
I was going to say
dial-up modem sound.
It's
like
not going to
air in his hydraulics or.
It doesn't cause failure. It's going to be a learning experience. Just give me something that I don't know that he does that makes a sound.
I would say that there's just the slight the hum from this is the quietest our party's ever been. There's the hum of the soul gem and the power of the and it just maybe surges a little.
Okay. Can you like give me a little inspiration as to what that sounds like?
Yeah, it sounds like my old laptop.
Chris. No, you're asking for inspiration. That means you also get inspiration from that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But no, I would say it's like a, and then it just like it's yeah.
Yeah, it's the Windows XP
yeah.
starting up your desktop sound.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Man, why does this have to be happening right this second? Damn it, sorry, just 2 seconds.
No worries.
B2 or just Darrow makes the sound. The rest of the party hear it. And everybody like tenses for a second, thinking the creatures are going to notice. Doesn't seem like sound is what draws them.
Is it light?
That wouldn't make any sense.
Well, they get directed by the light to go someplace and investigate. Maybe.
While there have been lots of sounds while you've been down here, and also quiet moments, it's in this moment when this sound that would clearly draw them to your location, it doesn't.
Maybe?
Be as loud as we want.
Just avoid the red light.
What if that thing that looked at you, Razir, what if that's like some kind of master eye? The rest of them don't have eyes.
Some sort of warning system? I don't know. It looked made. It didn't look quite magic. It looked made. So it was designed to do that.
Maybe, but I mean, it's possible that all these things are magically interconnected, and it could be some kind of hive mind.
Right. I'm just saying, like, it's not some sort of spell going on. It's more of a installation somebody put there to do something, sort of.
One quick thought I had. Do you guys think that this is what happened to the resident of Old Telnoro?
I mean,
I've been wondering that myself, Clovis.
it's long enough ago that it'd be hard to say one way or another whether these things came. This is what caused this particular part of this particular city to fall to ruin, or if it came after
They do
started
look
cleared
pretty
out,
humanoid.
or if these are the old residents of Telnoro, of Old Telnoro, changed and
Hope you didn't have any
warped over
friends
the
here,
years.
Dara.
So, how did they notice us last time when we were in the
I
room with the
was
rope?
just thinking that, Darrow.
Did we have light then?
I did.
Yes and no. We just kind of came through the. Xander and I poked our heads out. They kind of reacted to us, and I dropped a light. I dropped a torch down, and they kind of went into a frenzy over it.
Tim, is it cold down here?
It's cold. It's not as cold as like the fog where, that whole scenario. But it's cold. Yeah, it's probably. Felix won't understand, but it's probably like 42.
Okay, Razier.
That's cold.
Was the laser thing warm?
There was,
Was
no
the laser thing warm?
There was no feeling at all. It was
Just a light.
light
It was
energy
just light.
that was
Okay.
focused on you, and it took a second, barely.
Yeah, I did not stay up there. Oh my gosh, I'm lit up. It was like, nope.
Right. I mean, it took you. I will just say it took a half a second for you to realize that it was happening.
The time
sound,
to say it down.
The most important thing for my theory is that there was no warm feeling, because I was thinking maybe it was heat, but
yeah,
if there's no warm feeling, then there's no.
Right now,
It's
my theory is it's light. If we're in the place of darkness and darkness consumes light, it'd be light.
all eyes
Can we
watch all
test
eyes.
this theory?
I mean, not here, please.
I don't think it's
There's
worth
thousands
Meaning
of
testing.
them.
throwing something.
Oh,
I mean,
I can.
if we think about it, kind of lines up. We know we're in the right spot because the name of this place is supposedly the Watcher Hollow. I think we just found out what the Watcher is.
Oh,
Oh,
This
yeah.
big open hollow space.
Yeah, and it came to check this out because they saw the light coming over here instead of just staying over there, maybe.
All eyes watch all eyes. Whatever that eye looks at, everything else comes to take a look at too.
you're good at this, Razier.
We got 2 pieces of information about this place. I'm just trying to connect some dots.
You should make a career out of this, like solving things and hunting people down using these clues, maybe getting money for it when you bring them somewhere.
Our name should be the Mystery Gang.
Zoinks!
Blackstar, and
Get a big-
the idea you're
big
proposing for
Green
Razier.
and orange carriage.
Yes. Rutrow.
Floral pattern on it. That makes Clovis scrappy.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
I'm Velma.
But Blackstar is Scooby Doo.
Yes.
I was gonna say Blackstar. What's the other girl? The other girl, not Velma, but
Daphne.
Daphne.
I think Garen.
Garen is
I was gonna say
Garen
Garen
is
is
definitely
Daphne.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Razier's Fred, for sure.
There is definitely Fred.
He's got the
The ascot.
yeah, the
Anyway, I'm sorry. Where are we going? What are we doing?
I wanted to confirm if light
Time to
was
split
there.
up, gang.
I think that while confirming it is not a bad idea necessarily, we don't know their levels of understanding object permanence. If even one of them sees that we throw a light somewhere, like who's to say that they don't know that we threw it? Like they could see where it came from and come towards us, right? I
Yeah.
think it's better off. I think we're better off maybe just learning this as we go, instead of trying to risk attracting attention on the basis of a theory.
I agree.
Fair
Move
enough.
forward, operate under our ideas, and hope they're correct, and adjust accordingly if they're wrong.
I have an idea. Let's throw a light source.
Can we do like a delayed
That's-
light source?
No, like what Garen's saying. Let's just.
But
That's an
that's what
idea.
that's what he just convinced me was not a good
Oh,
idea.
he said we should go with our ideas.
Last time, ideas
I
of
get.
of how they operate, and last time I threw a light source, they ate the thing
True.
after viciously jumping at it. I don't think we want to attract their attention if we can avoid it.
Is there a window? Can I look out and see if I can see them? There are no windows.
There's no windows. If there was a window, everything's collapsed. You have the door in
Shouldn't-
front of you and the open area above, which, by the
Shouldn't
way,
go
this was a multi-story building, and there's like the back wall is still intact, and there's like part of a story, or I say story, part of the upper section of the building is intact, and there's parts of other parts of the building that have leaned in and crashed inwards and are holding it up. So you have a section of the building that's above you, and it's just open, and then like, yeah, out from there. I don't know if I'm doing a very good job of describing it, but it's
Wall, two walls, lean to, still a crack. Yeah.
so no, like you'd have to like climb the wall and get up and out and be on the rubble and look out and see what's out there, or go out the front door.
Or just open the door.
Yeah, the door seems fine.
So, lights out, stick close together. Let the dark vision do the work. Keep quiet just in case. Move north. We do want to go to this chapel, right? Save this individual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we could just leave. Xanadu, you're probably important to this conversation. Now that we've kind of ventured in here and have a bit of an idea what's going on, what are our goals right now? Like, what are we trying to... You've made clear your goals, but like, now that we've seen what's going on down here, how do we want to proceed? What are we trying to move toward?
My understanding is that there are several shards of the Fulton variety that are located and strewn about this place. I don't have the exact pinpointed location on my GPS, as it were, but I know that there are some down here.
Yes.
Yeah. It's something I'm working on. It's magical in nature, and I'm going to call it the global positioning system. I think it's very clever. In any case, so since we don't have that and we're underground, your purpose is to keep me safe. I suppose theoretically I should be the one guiding this endeavor, seeing as we've come down here under my suggestion, and
I mean,
payment at
we
the end.
we did kind of.
You have
talk about having other things to handle down here. In addition,
well, there's. Let's just make ourselves clear. It seems as though we don't have to be, and he like totally goes back to his normal like volume, and nothing happens from him just talking. Seems as though we don't have to worry about sound necessarily, at least for now. So perhaps it's some other sense, as you've mentioned. But our goals are the Fulton Shards. The specific Fulton God Shard, which that probably isn't until much later. I don't know. We could do some exploring and learn some lore about this place. That's not really my thing. I'm more interested in travel. But I have an inkling that creature, the large one that we encountered earlier, was moving around seemingly at will, without any reservations about where it was going, or at least that cared that it was using any type of resource to get around. And I thought that teleportation was supposed to be illegal down here. So either it's being allowed, or perhaps it's some kind of extension of this V person, whose name we shouldn't say, apparently. Or there's something else entirely different at play, and we don't fully understand it yet. I think that the only location we have on that map that gives us any kind of indication as to what we should do is this chapel. So perhaps we head there first and see whether or not there's any clues as to where we should go next afterwards.
I agree.
That was clear and concise. Any other thoughts from the rest of the group? Or
You were holding all that in? That was a lot of...
That was a little... I mean, that was Zanladir, but that was also a little bit of me coming out of there. I was just...
It feels like I haven't been able to talk this whole time.
That's right.
If I have a chance to talk, I'm going to spurt everything out right now.
No, I mean,
I was already ready to go to the chapel.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure we're still all in the right direction mentally, as after all we've seen so far. So, all right.
You just have to be careful.
Quiet if possible, but in the dark.
Yeah.
As we walk, refresh my memory because I'm forgetting. Tim.
Well, okay.
I'm looking to have a short conversation, if that is acceptable.
That's fine. Things are going to happen shortly after that door opens. I opened my next drink and it decided to be difficult, so I'm sorry dealing with that. Yeah. So you go. I'm assuming you exit through the door.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You open the door. There are out in the. It's again. Black Star had said not the main thoroughfare, so you went like down an alley, around a corner, and then found this building. Went into the door. Right. So you're kind of like in a slightly secluded space. You open the door, and there's about maybe 20 or so of these skitters that are on like right outside the door. And you're like, oh no, and you go to like start to instinctively close the door, but then you look, something stops you for a moment. You look up and there's a building across the small road that you're on, rubble, and on top of it is the larger version that you encountered earlier that is just kind of perched up there and looking down, staring through the doorway at you guys. All of the skitters on the ground turn and like look to you. Not actually, that's incorrect because it isn't the sound that they react to. There's one of them that happens to be facing in the direction of the door, makes a clicking sound, which is audible to you, but perhaps something else is going on here, because originally that clicking sound would have led you to believe that it was sound that was causing things to happen, and now I'm trying to help you to understand that that's not the case, but something else with their communications happening. You can just hear them clicking while they're communicating to each other. All of them, after this click sound is made, turn towards the door, and they like half a second, a millisecond of them like moving, like they're going lightning fast to rush towards the door, and you see the larger version of them just kind of put up a hand, which is the first time you've seen solo movement that wasn't a reaction to what one of you was doing. Puts up a hand, and they all freeze in place, and then they go from their like mid-sprint movement. And by the way, when they're running on all fours. That's part of what they're doing.
That's what I envisioned.
Yep, good. Glad I didn't have to describe that to get that visual. They're like mid about to run, and they relax and just kind of like they're on all fours, and the hand that's up and facing towards you kind of waves off to the right hand side, and they all slowly just saunter off down the road and out of sight. And there are none of these skitters to be seen in this moment, and this larger version, who has yet to be named, remains above the rubble, looking down at the door, waiting for your move.
Okay,
Thank
that
you.
changes what I was gonna do.
There's going to be a lot of what feels like cinematics, cutscenes, if you will. It'll be fine.
As long as it's not QuickTime events, I'm fine.
I mean, it's kind of a quick time event. You getting up and get tagged.
No.
You lost at laser tag today, Eric.
No.
Okay. I will, because I'm curious. I'm gonna use sending to try and telekinetically communicate.
I'm not going to spoil your moment. I will say that as the door is opened, anyone who's like crowding around, getting ready to exit the door, looks and sees this happen. I want to make sure that the party understands what just happened.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Who are you used to? You're using sending to try and communicate with this creature.
Yeah, because it's telekinetic and it transcends language.
I think it says as long as it speaks a language.
Yeah. So
Has to speak a language.
Sending this message, I will say, my name is Xander. Do you?
Oh no, it's just as long as it's intelligence, at least one. Sorry.
Do you understand us? Are you friendly? Are you Eryndor? And I was like, how many was that, Jay?
14.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Like a lot of his stuff were like one word but multiple
Very
syllables.
concise. Yeah.
Can you show us the way to the chapel?
2 more words.
You pooping?
You pooping?
Job's done.
Job's done.
All right. So that I don't have to go and read sending. You're saying that if it understands a language, it understands what Xander just said.
It says the spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of my message. It does not necessarily mean that it is implored to respond, but it understands what I am asking it.
That means
And
you
it-
could
it-
use
and it
sending
can-
like a wolf.
And it can answer in a like manner immediately, is what it says.
In a like manner.
It can.
Meaning,
it has the ability to.
Meaning it can
may-
respond in whatever way it is that you would understand. Not that it's not going to speak in common, but it can respond in a way that you can understand how it's responding to you. Gotcha. Okay. First question was. Oh, first of all, when you do this, the head is like fixated on you, and it kind of like tilts to the sides. You see its eyes furrow slightly. And there is a bit of a pause, and there is a guttural sound that comes back to you. It is not language, because if it was, Xander, I'm assuming, would be able to understand it. But there is meaning behind the guttural sounds, and this is the first time that it has not made a sound thus far. But there's meaning behind the guttural sound, and brief emotional images that are provided to Xander in this brief interaction. The first question was, what?
Are you friendly? I think that's what it was.
It was yeah, I'm Xander.
Oh.
It was, are you friendly?
Okay, so we'll take them one at a time here. The response is an emotion of maybe.
Can you understand us?
Yes.
Are you Eryndor?
Absolutely not.
Okay. And can you show us the way to the chapel?
Don't forget the last one.
You poop.
I didn't
You pooping?
actually ask
You
that.
pooping? Okay.
You pooping?
Boy pooping.
Yeah, in your last question, funny enough, was can you show us the way to Eryndor? The head
the
kind of
chapel.
to the chapel. The head darts in the direction you were going to be heading in anyways, and it doesn't respond.
Did we want to test out the light theory, guys?
It looks, as Clovis is saying these words, the figure looks past Xander's shoulder towards one of the other members of the party. Clovis, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Is it a magical effect?
No.
Yeah, all right. I'm pretty decent at charisma.
He saves us and then does this.
So I'll do better at trying to help in terms of what it is. It's not a magical effect, but it is a charm. Is there anything?
I don't believe, because it says with since I'm a gnome, I have advantage on save with intelligence, charisma, and wisdom against magic.
Okay. Unfortunately,
not magic.
There's not a whole lot of magic going on here.
That's
This is something else. You'll find out eventually.
14, yeah.
The rest of you who are kind of, I don't know whether Xander didn't say he was going to communicate with this creature. He just opened the door and then this happened, right? The rest of you who are waiting to charge outwards saw the creatures leave off to the down the alleyway. And then you look and you see as Clovis begins to take off his Mysium apparatus and drop it to the floor.
Clovis, what are you doing?
A second or two goes by. Clovis, you hear Blackstar a few seconds later say to you, Clovis, what are you doing? And you look down and your Mysium apparatus is gone and shake your head. You don't remember taking it off.
Did one of you guys take my Mysium apparatus?
Just sitting on the floor behind you.
No, that was all you, buddy.
That was all you, my man.
That's not Eryndor.
The creature that's sitting atop the rubble, you see the mouth for the first time crack a slight smile.
Yep.
About featureless previously.
Yeah. About how
or emotionless is the word I was looking for. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Chris.
About how far away is it? I'm sorry if I missed this.
Maybe 50 feet from the door.
Okay, I'm gonna do something I haven't done yet, and I'm not expecting much, but I'm gonna do it. And I'm going to divine sense.
Divine sense.
Paladin. Because I'm obviously the newbiest, including Jay. I'm the newbiest person here when it comes to D&D mechanics.
Sure. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses, like a noxious odor, or a powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that's not behind total cover. You know the type, be it celestial, fiend, or undead, of any beings whose presence you sense, but you can't identify it. So I couldn't be like, oh, that's Count Strahd. Within the same radius, you can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hollow spell.
Okay. This might be the first... Is this the first use of something like this in this campaign?
I wouldn't know.
You guys haven't encountered any undead this entire campaign, right?
We don't have... Yeah.
Okay. And the range is 30 feet or 60 feet?
60 feet.
30.
60.
Oh, 60.
Wow.
Undead within 60 feet. That's why I asked.
25 feet, no.
Nerf the ring.
60 feet. Okay. So you're within range. This creature does not radiate any of those three things.
All right.
However, behind you, in the room, there is a skeleton. Razir does not show up on your radar as being any of those things. Interestingly enough.
I just kind of look at Razir.
So, confirmation for Darrow, at least, that Razir is not undead.
Somehow.
There is a skeleton that is mostly destroyed, maybe like a rib cage behind you, like as though pieces of a skeleton it's alive but like shattered and amongst several buildings, and so like the rib cage isn't moving of its own accord. But then as you notice that, there are little pings around you in other buildings within 60 feet, not that are moving, but pieces of many things are around. In the ground, in the rubble, around.
Okay.
There is a lot of undead here. But that isn't... Oh, I will say that maybe as they're leaving and you decide to cast the spell in this moment, those small versions of this creature are also not giving off Fey Fiend or undead. Or celestial,
Okay.
whatever it was. Sorry.
Yep. No, you're good.
Celestial Fiend undead.
Right. Neither of those three things.
Darn, I was really that it was gonna be celestial. I just had to be, I guess.
Is there any like visual to you using divine sense, or is it just something you do and we don't know you did it?
That's a good question. I think because it's the first time I've ever done it, there's not a tell, or like not a noticeable tell. It's almost like I just take a moment to like attune meditate and just kind of ping.
You switch from regular vision to X-ray vision.
Kind of like I was thinking, I always took it as the way of like Assassin's Creed, like Eagle Vision, where it's kind of just out.
Or the Batman Arkham.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm gonna be like, all right. So there is some undead around us, and by some I mean a lot, and I don't mean our friends either. I mean different undead. I have a theory, but I don't want to talk about that theory out loud right now. I say we don't delay any longer and we get to this chapel. We got to move quick. The guy's being merciful now. We don't know how long that will be.
Yeah. We don't even know. We know nothing, and the little we know makes me uncomfortable, and I...
Sitting here ain't doing for us either.
Yeah, so let's go. And I will try to lead the way with the map.
Okay. Make a survival check for me as you head off towards the chapel.
Don't you get a +1?
Oh, sorry.
+1.
Thank you, Chris.
Sorry, Tim.
+1.
I just had it in...
Oh, Chris wants to DM so bad.
No, it's called supporting the DM.
He's the backseat. He's the backseat DM. I got you. I know it's
11.
I'm gonna quit.
Rolled a 3.
I can. It's a little ragging on people between friends, right? So that was a 10 + 1 for 11.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that wishes to somehow make that not be an 11?
Silvery barbs.
Could we be helping him?
I was gonna say could because we got the thing to point.
Only somebody, because Garen has taken it upon himself to do this. I would say in this instance, really any instance where we're trying to aid in something, they would need to be not proficient, but like, have a higher than 4 score in survival.
I have a 3.
Is 4 included?
4 or higher, sure. Thank you, Clovis.
I have +3. Never mind.
Okay.
Should I
was looking at the wrong
illusion
one.
up for now? Oh,
I mean, if it's going as well.
I can do it for
lasts
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Get us out of the epicenter hotspot. At
Yeah,
least.
sure.
Okay, all right. And then as I see,
I have the highest survival. I didn't realize that.
By far, the rest of us are 3 or less.
as I see B2, Garen's
The rest
in
of us
the
are
right?
just 3.
Yeah.
So
Garen's
as I
the
see
one.
Garen looking at the map and like looking around and be like, "Come on, you can do it. You can get us all through it, Garen." And I'll give you some inspiration.
like the effort. I don't recognize that song though. Should I
That's
know
not
that
a song. I just made that up.
Oh, you made it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because you made it up, you can gain inspiration.
Oh,
You're on.
gee.
You're
He's
on
so much
fire
inspiration.
tonight, dude.
He is. I strongly, if you guys all want to play bards and all want to sing and just do like a big
man.
thing, everybody will get inspiration every session. I just love it. I love the creativity. So
What if I play
gotta
like
remember to
a bard that does like haikus or poetry? Because that's the
Yeah,
type
I
of
would
bards
be-
I like to play.
That's great.
I'd be a mime next.
Garen or Jay needs to. Well, I can't say Jay. Garen needed to have gotten like ×10 inspiration for the song that he wrote and sang all those sessions ago back in the Rattlelath Isles.
Yes.
But I need to be reminded when other people do cool things that aren't singing, because it isn't just singing; it's just very creative thinking. So like, yeah. Anyways, keep that in mind.
It's mostly singing.
So you're giving him inspiration. Is that what
Yes.
you're, or not inspiration? Yeah,
Bardic
bardic
inspiration.
inspiration.
Bardic inspiration.
Bardic
Is it a
inspiration.
D6 or D8?
D8 now. I'm D8 status.
D8.
Okay.
Nice.
So we have an 11 currently. Let's see what we got.
It turns to 15.
That is exactly the number that you were needing. I was like, don't roll a 3, please don't roll a 3. Okay. You make your way, in the direction that you decide is the correct path, and you make your I was going to say it again. You head over, and eventually arrive at what looks to be. Hold on a second. Let me get myself squared away here. There's a piece of stone that was at one point broken off from another building that lays across a small, what looks to be a chasm, like a rift in the ground that descends downwards. You're not quite close enough at this point to see how deep it goes, but it's acting as a bridge that leads over to the other side. There's a bit of a cobbled street that remains in front of what looks like an ancient stone building. Mostly still intact, far more so than any of the other buildings that you've seen here so far. Like a whole building where like all the buildings around it fell down and this one stood. Except for a large hand-shaped piece of stone that seems to pierce the right-hand wall and the pointed top of the chapel that remains intact. It's almost like a hand and 2 fingers inserted itself into the chapel and then remained in place forever. Seems as though it's this one building is standing as some kind of symbol of a memory of whatever happiness once graced this place, as it is indeed a chapel. You move your way over this stone slab acting as the bridge, and you see that there are a set of double doors. The architecture to this building, by the way, is that of some kind of ancient elven nature. But there are hints to... You know what? Is there anybody here proficient in history?
Is there anybody here proficient in history?
I mean, I'm like half proficient.
What are you,
Avoid Darrow.
what are you looking for,
If
Champ?
you
Just a
have
straight
half
roll?
proficiency, I'll allow it. Yeah.
I don't know, half proficiency was a thing.
Total 22.
It's jack of all trades, baby. Bards half proficiency to anything you're not proficient in.
11,
On any
22, and
ability
10.
checks.
So Xander,
Yes.
as always.
So, initiative.
Looking at this, this is the first time you've been hearing about Veritas now for a relatively short period of time. You've done research on many different topics and subjects, and even in the Locked Mind, learning about Veritas, it wasn't like, this is what their architecture looks like. However, in this instance, you're like, that's Elven, and then you're like, wait a second, there's something else that's alien to this. This is a Veritas structure. And then you begin to, when you see, now that you've seen a almost fully intact structure, it like gives you reason for pause, and you look to the left and right and you see the rubble of the remaining buildings that are here, and you could pick out sections of, like, giant sections of buildings that have fallen over, and you're like, that's Veritas. And then you're like looking around and you're like, oh my god. All of this is Veritas. Was ancient Tel Noro built by the Veritas? What does that mean? You cross the chasm, you go over to the two doors, one of which is slightly ajar. And on the inside, there is a very pale purple light. The first light source, besides the red undulating eye that Razir was tagged with. Do you approach? I know Eric just did the peeking inside motion, but I just want to confirm that everyone's approaching.
How big is this building? Like, would it just take a few months to walk around it and check the perimeter, or like, would that be a couple minutes to? Is this like a big chapel, or is this like?
It is somewhere between 60 and 65 feet wide and about 100 feet in depth, and it's about maybe 40, 50 feet tall.
Okay, so it wouldn't take long to walk around it.
Most of the like rubble and whatnot like is like pressed up against it, so there isn't like you'd have to be climbing rubble to get up and around. So that's how like all the buildings are here for the most part. But you know that it's intact because you can just tell that it's
like, oh, that's the building still
right
perfectly
exactly
fine. And it's all that rubble that's on it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
maybe there's like a tiny
enclosed
space in between, like somebody could try and
it's
squeeze
not
in
just
there,
a jaunt around. For some reason, I had in my head that it was kind of sitting separate and open space. I don't know why. So, never mind on that.
Maybe a tiny bit, maybe in the back of it or something, but it's pretty much enclosed in. Yeah. So you all are approaching this.
It is a big man here. Did he follow us at all?
No need for a perception check. He is not seen in this moment.
But you've gone blind.
Don't like that.
Can we still see the red light?
Yeah, it's ever present. It's not.
Is it never
not
moving either? Is it just always looking down?
It's always in one.
Or yeah, you know what I mean.
It's slightly.
It doesn't really
undulating.
have. Does it not have a beam until it sees something?
From what you can tell, I mean, you can't see the red eye that looked at you until you're up in the air. So it is just a faint, very, very faint glow off in the distance. There's no sound. There's no laser show going on or anything like that. So there's either nothing for it to be looking at, or you don't know how the mechanics of this work. Necessarily. So in the one instance that's happened, so.
Just be careful and stay close.
We're here to take a look. Let's take a look.
This all reminds me of this tale I read once about this chieftain soaring eye, and I think Sauron. That was his name, and he just had this thing, and it's very reminiscent. It's creepy. I don't like it.
Was that in a book that you read one time?
Correct, yes.
Oh, I believe there's a slight mispronunciation. I think it was Sauron, I think is the way it's meant to be pronounced.
I thought it was soar, like soaring.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think that it can fly. It's more of a stationary thing.
To be fair, I do believe he's like kind of a shapeshifter, so he could fly.
Lord of the Bracelets.
I'm pretty sure that you're wrong, Clovis, but I suppose
actually no. In the first age, he was able to transform.
All right, let's not get.
I'm gonna walk inside.
Oh my god! Okay, all right. Before you get a chance to walk inside.
Yeah, I think we all approach.
You're all approaching. Okay. Once you cross over the bridge and you get to the side of the bridge where it is, it's probably only about maybe like 20, 30 feet from the other side of this little makeshift bridge of where the door actually is. So as soon as you get over there, there's a voice that greets all of your ears that echoes out through the space. children of the world, why would you enter this place? But if you have made it this far, perhaps you are worthy. Enter and be seen, or go back from whence you came. There is no cowardice in avoiding the Watcher's gaze. It's a sense of beckoning from the voice. Darren, you go up and open the door. And this is the scene that you are greeted with. A chapel, broken and apart. Inside... Oh, let me back up a little bit.
Quick, guys, find a door. He hasn't paused it.
Cracks reach from the stone walkway through the building itself, showing that this place may collapse at any moment. Double purple wood and purple iron doors denote the entrance. There's this faint purple light that's coming from the inside, just barely enough to know that there's anything else amongst the darkness around you. Inside there are pews. The walls are covered in fleshy, bulging shapes that give off a slight glow, protruding from which are thousands of small purple tentacles lining the walls and ceilings. On the end of each tentacle is a tiny eyeball. As you enter, they all seem to blink in unison and stare at anyone that enters the chapel. On the opposite wall to the door is a bulging mass of purple sinew, spiked black stone protruding from it at odd angles. It looks stretched almost to the point of tearing, as the top half of a humanoid body seems pulled taut, the bottom half engulfed, their arms trapped within, and their face protruding as this skin-like material encapsulates the back half of their head as a face pushes through and remains silent as you all one by one enter into the Chapel of Voss. There is, on the ground on the left-hand side, a rift in the stonework where some of these tentacles seem to sprout from as well. Beneath that, you swear that you can see rows and rows of teeth, as though if someone were to fall into this crack, they would be shredded alive. Whatever this is that's suspended and pulled taut in this skin cocoon that looks out at all of you. Can you see the map, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rightfully terrified.
Looks out at all of you. Eyes seemingly forced open, so bloodshot that their eyes look red, but there are pupils. And a faint remnant of elven lineage still remains within the body of whatever this is. Who are you?
Well,
I'm Garen.
Yarrow.
Clovis. You're doing the whole. Right.
Xander.
There you go. Don't be rude.
What's your name?
Before I answer, I have but one request.
Don't say die.
Say feed me one of you. Don't say feed me one of you.
If at all possible, Could you please choose not to look at me?
Okay.
Sure.
Or any of the other eyes?
All right. It's gonna avert my gaze then.
It was kind of straining my neck anyway. It was so tough.
I was putting it straight on my neck anyway.
Yeah.
That's funny. But the thing said all eyes watch all eyes. Do we want to?
There aren't any eyes on the ceiling, and there aren't any eyes on the floor except for in that little crack in the floor. So you could choose to look at the floor if you would choose to acquiesce to this request, or at the ceiling, or you could not listen or do what this person is asking.
I want to hear their names. They said,
yeah, I'll look up at the ceiling. I'm assuming we're being watched at all times anyway, so it's
by Ferrot.
It's kind of
Yeah, but was it a warning that everybody has to be keeping an eye on something here?
Well, I have 2 eyes.
I'll look at
well, if everybody else is averting, I'll take my hat and kind of put it down farther.
Oh yeah, you can close your eyes. That's fine too.
Ooh.
Be dramatic.
Can I make it look like I'm not looking and then just kind of peek?
Just like...
Sure. Is everyone else averting their gaze or closing or putting a hat over their eyes or whatever? Everybody's doing this?
Yeah, I found a random hat.
Okay.
Better yet, my cape will go, my magic.
So your magic carpet.
My magic
so
carpet.
In this instance, no one is looking at each other, and they're looking at either the ceiling or the floor, or they have their eyes covered in some way, shape, or form, except Blackstar.
I'm just kind of looking.
Yeah.
Not moving
feel
my
like I
head
should
that
be
much,
looking
but-
at one of us.
Okay.
Yeah, the way he said that.
A moment or two passes as this entity waits for you all to do what it asked you to do. It seems as though there is one of you who is unwilling to comply.
Come on, Zeladier.
Xanlander doesn't have a hat. He just chooses to close his eyes.
Yeah.
And puts his hand on, like, Xander's shoulder.
When he starts to say, "Oh, biscuits."
You look up at the ceiling.
Yeah.
Sometimes it isn't as important who we are, but what we are. But you did me the greatness in providing me with who each of you is. So I will respond in kind. What I am is the Eye Keeper. Once a great scientist. Who I am is Eryndor Voss. How did you get here?
Jump down
A little bit of base jumping, a little bit of hiding from the creep crawlies, a little bit of having a map.
Don't forget the cave diving.
Following in the footsteps of certain individuals who came before and mentioned your name as a friend.
Oh. And there's just like a long pause.
You still there?
How long has it been? No, That isn't the right question. Are you here to set me free?
Yes.
Good. Then do it.
Uh, could you answer like questions or something first? Like,
Yeah, no one's looking at this person who's talking to you right now.
right.
I have experienced the pain of thousands of lifetimes. I wish for it to end.
Oh, so that's the
The
type of free.
one
That's
who
what you mean by
came,
save?
the one who came before you was not able to rescue me from this madness.
Who? When was that?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, let's see how long it is.
Now,
Was it? Go
the
ahead.
note was to rescue you. Is there?
Yes.
Let's speak in plain words here. You want your life ended to escape the pain. Is there any other way out of this situation? Also, what is this situation, and what do you mean by the Eye Keeper? We have many mounting questions about what's going on here. Sorry to push this off a bit, but we'd like to know what's going on.
I have lived too long for it to be worth it for me to continue living in this state. And even if you were to alleviate me from the attachment, the chains that bind me to this location by defeating the Watcher, I still wish for death.
Defeating the Watcher.
So it's not as simple as running a blade through you. We have to defeat something else.
She couldn't kill it. I begged her the mercy of the steel that lies at my feet, and you are able to look down and see from the very pale purple glow that's emanating from the bulbous shapes that are coming out of the wall that there is a silver dagger laying at the feet of this individual. Well, there's not really feet, but, the base of this individual that looks as though it has a lot of dust on it.
I will walk up to the dagger.
Do you choose to avert your gaze from any of the
Yeah,
others?
I'm looking down and I'm having my magic carpet kind of guide me.
I keep forgetting you have that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You make your way over to the dagger. Do you wish to pick it up?
So are you saying this dagger will set you free?
I am but a mortal, like yourself. And there's a question state. In another life, I would be curious as to what it is that you are, Metal Man. But
A man who's already lived one life and can understand the pain of living another.
have you ever been in the search for something that was always just out of your reach? And then when you discovered what it is you'd been searching for your entire life, only to find out that it was something that could destroy the world.
Perhaps not the latter, but I can relate to the former. I will do my best to release you from this curse. And I'm going to pick up the dagger.
Tim,
Mm-hmm.
being in this room, listening to this person speak, feeling their presence and their aura, would I be able to feel in my bones whether or not they belong in my vision?
Are you referring to what I think you're referring to?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
However, actually, no, I'm not gonna go down that road.
Okay.
Sorry, I had a thought and then I decided to back up from it. Go ahead, Eric.
Without looking at the tentacles on the walls or in the hole in the crack with the eyes on it, and without like looking at this person, can I see like just the base of this writhing mass? Can I? Does it look in texture, in style, and design? Does it look in any way similar to the Count of Hollowdark, what he became?
That's a great question, and because I want to make sure that you get the answer to it, I'm not going to ask you to roll. No, this is not in any way, shape, or form connected to what you experienced previously. The coloration, the theme that's here, although I would say that Vathos is watching, this is different. This is something totally different.
Okay.
So it's like there's Vathos, and then this is also happening, kind of thing. So Darrow picks up the dagger.
Yep.
Do you intend on ending the Watcher?
Do I have to end the Watcher to free you?
No, but you should.
Then go ahead.
Two questions with that. What is the Watcher, and do we need to defeat it to get past it in the next area of this ruined city? Because we do intend on moving forward. If you'd be so kind as to field these questions.
The Watcher is not a native creature to this plane. It is a perceptual defense that my people gave life to while studying dimensional observation.
All right. Sure. Definitely.
We were experimenting. We were reaching beyond that which any mortal life should. We couldn't do it from anywhere else, and we couldn't do it without the fragments that we'd found. We opened a gateway, and out it came. I am the only thing that's keeping it from rising to the surface. Its connection with me is the only thing keeping it here.
So then, should we kill the Watcher before I free you?
If you care about whatever it is that resides on the surface after these years, however long it's been, then I would encourage you to do so. And if that is the path you take, I can tell you that the only way to do so would be to relieve it of its comfort, its desire, the thing that keeps it alive. The gateway itself is still open, and it's across the city.
Is it where that red light is?
No, that is something that also came afterwards. That is called the Red Eye.
Original.
We ran out of names.
Wanted to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Is the Watcher that big thing that's been following us? That has like a blank face and eyes and big long claws and...
Yes, that is the Watcher.
Lines up.
It watches through us now. Even when we close our eyes, the mind is another window to vision. We built this place to see the unseen. We should never have given it shape. The fragment is its anchor. Break the gateway, break the door. It'll be trapped here forever. Then you can kill it. Then you can set me free.
What is the importance of this dagger? Is it just ceremonial?
Belonged to the only other kind person that I've met in the last few decades, who couldn't do it herself.
Oh, biscuits.
Can I ask you one more question?
Pooping?
What?
That's pooping?
Estoy pooping?
Yeah.
That's pooping?
Why do you mind? Do you not want us to look at you?
Since the connection, the thing that I chose to take upon myself to keep the Watcher here, all vision in this space causes me immense pain.
Understandable. Never mind. I was gonna have a
fair enough.
I was gonna have a
reasonable reason.
Fair moment, but I will. I would kind of put the dagger to my side, and I will. I promise you that I will set you free, as one Veritas to another. I promise you that. And then I will say, in Veritas, I've been practicing this. I will say, Vala Altha U Val Kinath Ruth Es then U or U Kai. The phrase that you that's what
right.
you said. I watched it so many
All right.
times, and I was like, you said Urukai, and I was like, is this Elvish from Lord of the Rings? And so you're the one who said Urukai. I copied your dialect.
Remind
Way
me
to
what
undermine
it was.
my coolness.
No, I'm not undermining anything.
And when I say that, even though it's in its sheath, my sword just kind of lights up a little, because that is the new activation phase.
Cool.
You're better practicing that, saying that in combat.
Yeah, there's a lot to say.
So the new activation is that entire phrase?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I asked you last week. I was like, "Hey, can I?" And I was like, "I wasn't going to reveal it until a combat scene happened."
I just wasn't
but
sure.
I figured
You wanted that whole thing to be that's so cool. You're in battle and you're just saying this foreign phrase that nobody knows what it means, except for you, which just sounds really cool.
I just think I have this scene where I'm like with my two fingers like painting the sword while saying it, and it's like lighting up as I do it, and it just seems like a cool anime hype fight.
So that I don't
but I
have
say
to,
that to him.
So that I don't have to go and look up and remember what it is that phrase means, because I did make that phrase, and I'm sorry for ruining your moment. That wasn't my intention.
No, you're good.
For something
Draw
that
upon
I
your
made.
strength, seek the hidden truth. The stars demand it.
That is so cool. and
Thank you.
I wrote it.
I'm awesome.
That is so cool. Hey.
And it's so cool that your player decided to run with it.
Yes, that's right.
Where's my inspiration?
You guys certainly gain inspiration for doing that, Chris.
I mean, Tim, you did tell us to remind you to.
That's right. You did. You did.
I'm feeling spicy.
Somebody sent something in Discord?
No, don't worry about it.
Awesome. Okay. I had something planned if something else happened, but I will use that in this instance because that was super duper cool. Eryndor responds to you with Ashar Vale. And it is the... It unlocks a memory for Darrow of something that was said to him a long time ago. This exact phrase. It is a greeting, similar to how elves... I'm just going to... I don't know whether or not I've done this earlier. Eric will probably make fun of me for it, and that's fine. I don't care. There's a traditional elven greeting amongst all elvish races and all the games that I've run previously, where when they're doing a traditional greeting as opposed to it being a verbal greeting, they put two fingers to their lips and then up like this, in front of them. This is a traditional greeting, which also conveys the not "I love you," but we are friends, and I wish for you to be happy. However, the actual words, the actual correct translation from Ashar Vale is "I see you," which in this instance is very meaningful because there are thousands of eyes in this chapel. So it is like a double meaning of a traditional Veritas greeting to you, a comforting phrase, and also incredibly intimidating and creepy because there's thousands of eyes in this chapel looking at you right now. And you, through that memory, unlock this phrase for Darrow to use as a traditional Veritas greeting. I would say that because... Xander, go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
Yes, King.
It's not a very high DC, but...
17.
It takes you a few moments, and there aren't any memories that are unlocked for you, but based on the inflection and the pronunciation of these words, you also gain this greeting in this instance.
Okay.
Because you had learned a few words in Drellin Thask's office of Veritas. Not trying to take away your moment, Chris.
Nope, I don't. I didn't take it that way at all. Plus, it makes sense. Darrow's and Xander's story kind of intertwine a little, so.
Chris, you're his grandpa.
So it is Ashar Vale is the greeting.
And it's I see you.
I see you.
And do you mind spelling that for me?
I-S-E-Y-O-U.
I knew it. All of you are smart, Alex.
So it's A''SHAR. And then Vale is just VAEL.
Yes. Got it right in my head. Not the first part. I was way off.
Perfect. Thank you.
I will slowly raise my hand before I speak. Do we have to break the door before handling the Watcher? Is it possible to send the Watcher back and then break the door?
The Watcher moves of its own accord. There are safeguards that were put in place by my comrades to ensure the door would remain open as they themselves are lost amongst the sea that is on the other side.
So, I asked the Watcher if it was friendly, and it replied with maybe. I assume you know more about the Watcher than we do.
Everything that has come from the sea has not been benevolent. It has had the intent of gaining knowledge, and when the knowledge was not enough, it turns evil. So, I have been connected to it and dealing with it for all of this time. I recommend figuring out how to turn off the safeguards, disabling the door, and killing the Watcher.
I guess we're going back to my language. Punching it. But we're talking at this guy. But how do we... The door part, I'm going to leave to you guys, because I don't...
Well, you
I
can
don't-
punch the door too, Garen. It's fine.
No, but I think we want to have the door like closed so the other creatures don't come in.
Did you ask him a question?
No. I was just speaking to the party.
We could fix.
The Watcher returns to its home to heal once it's damaged. There have been others that have tried to defeat it, but its rate of healing is such that, and its means of travel and expediency in that travel means that if it takes damage at all, for the most part, it returns from whence it came and heals almost instantly.
Quick question.
So-
How does it travel? Is it like flying, teleportation?
Well, you've seen it. It is its own natural way of teleportation.
What I'm asking is like, can it go through walls?
Yes.
Alright. Because I would have a way of possibly dealing with its regeneration.
Well, it would just simply go back to its home and heal and then come back almost
That's why I
immediately.
wanted to- yeah.
I think I'm following this.
If you could
So-
somehow seal the door, trap it here, then it wouldn't be able to heal.
Oh, then yeah.
So
that's
it
why I was
retreats to a
asking if-
lair type of thing.
Yes.
Well, I have not been to the stone chamber where this gateway is in quite some time, but I believe that is where it calls home. I mean, the gateway, beyond the gateway, is what it calls home. So I would assume that the stone chamber on this side is its home here. And the safeguards
so
also
we-
reside around the door.
Find the safeguards, turn them off, shut the door, and then we can drop that thing. Then we come back here and free you for your suffering. And then we go deal with the big red thing that also came through the door.
All of them came through the door.
Okay. So how do we... You said it's in the other side. This place is huge. How do we find this place?
It is almost directly south from here. A little bit east, but mostly south. It's a large dome, assuming it still stands. What year is it?
You know, that actually might be a harder question to answer than any of the ones we've asked you. Timekeeping's been a little wonky the past few decades. Seeing as how you are what you are and from when you are, it'd be hard to say. It's been at least 100 years since, as far as we know, that since all this came crashing down.
She didn't know either. I'm just trying to gauge how long it's been since she was here.
Well, that one's a bit more doable, right?
I don't...
Because it's been, what, 30 years? Black Star? 20, 30 years?
Yeah, like 20-ish.
You look older than
I forget all y'all are so young.
19.
I'm not that old.
It's been 19 years. Although...
Who's counting?
No. It would have been way before that.
She went there first.
She went there first before she ever found you.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been 19 years for me since she passed. And it probably would have been like 10 or so years before that. It's about 30. About 30 years.
Well, time ages all things, so if the dome still stands, and it should, because if it wasn't, it probably would have taken down the safeguards with it. So, the dome, just look for a dome amongst all the rubble, south and a bit east. Shouldn't take you more than an hour.
Okay.
All right.
And there's nothing on the map that says anything about that, right?
Nope.
No. Okay. So, blind. Because I don't know directions.
I do.
We can help each other.
Yeah.
So you can, looking at the map, Xander with his keen mind and, being Xander, he'd probably look at the map and be like, it took us about 10 minutes to get to the chapel from where we were when we decided that we were this far from where we entered into the city from. And Eryndor just said it's maybe an hour or maybe a little bit more, depending on how things have shifted throughout the city. So you could kind of like south and then a bit east. So you're kind of you have a area to have to go and look to see if you can find it.
Yeah.
Do it.
We'll be back.
I'll be back.
But that was the phrase we're not supposed to say. So
No, that's when you split from the group.
Yeah.
Oh,
I said we'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a group
the
that never
group
split
stay
up.
together. It's,
Ducks fly together.
Remember, ape strong
ducks fly
together.
Yeah.
Or ape together strong.
And before I turn around, I'll say, Eryndor, you have the promise of a soldier. I'll be back.
Out of Vita's side.
And then he says it immediately.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that was more Chris being
okay.
facetious to you guys. So.
There's kind of a moment where Eryndor pauses for a moment, and then did you introduce yourself as Darrow, right?
Yes.
Not,
Yep.
not B2, right?
Yeah.
Darrow. Xander. Step forward.
There. But,
I can take the pain of two gazes for but a moment. Please.
Yeah, I'll grant him my gaze.
Yeah. I will do the same.
And in this moment, this is all like he starts talking more quickly, although I don't know that I can do that voice that quickly or I'm gonna like hurt my throat, so it's fine. But he's speaking a little bit more quickly because he's like, you remember everybody watched Toy Story where Woody's being burned by the sun. There's the magnifying glass, so he's starting to sizzle a little bit, so kind of envision, and so he's like internally screaming, but he's trying to maintain his composure as you're staring at him. But he's inviting you to do this, right? So
the phrase that you used leads me to believe that there is royal heritage here. Whom do I have the pleasure of having in my presence, apart from the modern day oracle? You see, I am given the ability to see, similar to how you do, Seer. Because the Watcher is not from this place, and where it comes from, things work differently.
What does that what does that mean? Are you insinuating that our heritage is connected to that?
No. I am just stating that you and I share a similar gift. And you,
motioning towards Darrow,
I sense some type of connection to something or someone I knew from the old world.
I am Darrow Brightblade. I was married to Lariel Moonshadow.
And there's a sigh of contentment and relief that comes over as you say Moonshadow.
I understand. I am one of the scientists responsible for the Oracle Project.
Okay.
The only way we were able to tap into this power and bring it to our people was to open a gateway to a different plane where things worked differently. I can tell that you have many questions, young Xander. If only I had a few more 100 years, a few more centuries. But alas, it seems as though those of your lineage are a self-fulfilling prophecy. Help me be free and take the gift we bestowed upon your line and be free yourself. Don't give in to those that would abuse it. There is enough sin and hardship that my people brought upon the old world with what we did. Seal it away.
Okay. Do I have a responsibility to stop seeing?
No. This is the imperfect start of what was eventually became you and your line. The problem is, I don't have enough time to explain it to you. I understand this is all very confusing. The question you should be asking is, how can I use this power that I was given for good? Because many hundreds and thousands perished for you to have what you have.
And that happened here.
This is the start.
Okay. Okay. I can do that. Hey, I know I have a lot of questions, and I know we have to go soon. I know I'm looking at you, and it hurts, and I'm sorry. I don't know what you're interested in doing, but I mean, I have a notebook, maybe, if you wanted to just document your story so that it'll be told after, well, you know, at least while we're gone, you'll have a little time.
Xander, when you've realized your full potential, you won't need a notebook any longer.
Well, the notebook's not really for me. It's for the people who will read it later.
After you've completed your task in this place, after you've fulfilled your greatest goals and obligations in the coming weeks and months, and you've realized your potential, simply look back. I'll talk to you then.
Okay. Okay. um. Oh. Okay. we
Now,
should.
please stop looking at me.
Yeah. We should probably go.
The Watcher will do everything in its power to stop you from closing that gateway. It will sense what you are doing once you begin. It may be curious and helpful up until that moment, but as soon as it realizes what you're doing, it will strike. Be prepared. It is deadly.
Do you know if it has any resistances to any?
What's its stat block, bro?
No, because so far we know it can teleport, can move really fast, can heal if it goes back to its lair.
It can cut us up. It can change its
basically.
size.
It's really creepy.
Very creepy.
It does Enderman sounds from time to time.
Yep.
That's the important part.
It has an affinity to the same as the location from which it came. Cold, electricity. It can't be poisoned. You can't stop it or knock it down. It can't be frightened, and it won't listen to cunning words. And perhaps a few other things.
Alex's reaction.
Perhaps a few other things. But that's the extent of my knowledge.
Well, it's definitely more than what we knew, so thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we'll turn around, and as I walk past Blackstar, I will hand him his mother's dagger.
Well, thank you.
I'm sure this serves a greater purpose in your hands. And perhaps it's just another thing to remember her by.
It's a silver dagger.
Werewolves.
As we're leaving, I will just drop my notebook anyway.
What?
Whoa.
No, not to leave it here. Just for when we come back, just in case you wanted to write in it. Relax, everybody.
Gotcha. I was like, holy crap.
No, relax.
That's like, that's crazy. Okay, so you've concluded this conversation. Let me just make sure that there isn't anything important that I forgot to relate to you that I will regret not having told you later. Oh,
We all leveled up.
2 things.
Thank you, Chris.
And let it be known, this is one of his like offhand notebooks. This isn't the big one.
Okay. So there's actually 3 things, because I told Eric I have a problem with referencing my notes when I'm doing these things. I'll just do it in character because it's cooler that way. He does at some point along the way through your conversation, he just says to you, the only way to exit this part of the city is to enter the Seeing Pool, which is on the far east side of this sector, past the Red Eye Monolith and the Degna Red Elevator.
Past. Oh, wow.
The deranged elevator.
So that's the first thing. Did you guys all get that?
Yep.
Oh, I got it.
Pool.
It'll be in the VOD anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, as you are all walking out, Xander, there's words that come in. I'm sorry, Xander and Darrow. And Darrow can tell that the words are being directed at Xander, but he wanted Darrow to hear the words as well because there's a special connection there. And the voice that comes to you isn't the raspy, dying voice. This is Eryndor's real voice.
because he's talking to you in his mind. It sounds very similar to Zanladir.
So British. Huh?
We stared into the dark until it saw itself in us. Do not look too long, Seer. You might find your own reflection watching back.
Did this seem like advice overall, or is it more relevant to our current circumstance?
Maybe both. You get the sense that he's telling you that there may be a temptation in the very near future, and he's telling you not to do what him and his comrades did. But then on the greater scale as well, perhaps this is a tell that he knows about Veriloth. You don't know. I'll leave that up to your own interpretation. However, after he says this, there are a few glyphs that appear in the air in front of Xander that the whole party can see. These are like neon lights that what's the sorcerer, oh my goodness, Doctor Strange, thank you. The little sparking like letters that kind of light up in the air, but quickly in the air. Nobody else understands what they are. I'm even Darrow, because Xander is the one who is attempting to fully learn what he's seeing, these words that are being slowly given to him. And if Darrow wanted to be learning these words as well as they're coming to his mind, actually, that's a good point. Darrow, make a history check for me.
Certainly.
Yeah, I would say that this sparks a memory, and you get the basic sense of what these is. What these is? That's a sentence. What these are. There's a meaning that seems to be like burned into Xander's brain. There are words here that are similar to what he had seen in Thask's office, but they simply mean see the future, shape the future, find the truth.
And the Veritas had a lot of slogans, a lot of mottos.
Company motto for every group.
Yeah, we're on a whole new level here. As you exit the Chapel of
Level
Voss and begin to make your way, I hate you, Felix, so much. As you begin to make your way back out into the city proper of old Tel Noro and begin to try to attempt to find your way towards this dome, with lots of new information and lots of scary things behind you and certainly in front of you. That is where we're going to go ahead and call tonight's session.